everybody. Spyrothon. I get to introduce myself into this next run. I am BrandoMusic. So let's get over to our start screen, and I can definitely introduce myself and my fellow commentators. Welcome, Clockdistrict. Thank y'all for joining me.
Hello, hello. Thanks for having me on.
Same here. Grateful to be here.
So we got about a 2.5 hour run here. So I think we should get started real soon. So I'm gonna give the countdown from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Let's do this.
Anybody, you just stayed around for that SRT 3 80% run, but did you feel that it was kind of that the run was kind of long, or was like kind of short, and didn't like getting to enjoy the game? But then you look at like the 117% run and feel like that was just too long of a category for yourself. Well, this is the run for you. 149 egg is we're gonna get every single egg in the game besides one little last egg on that Sorcerer's Reef fight from Super Bonus Round. So right here, when we skip this cutscene, we begin. We are gonna go fast. We are gonna try to keep going as fast as we can. We gotta stop and grab Isabel first. So I remember Moray saying he was hoping I was gonna do Ami skip for the console. I'm not doing. I'm sorry, Moray.
Sorry, did you just call Amy Army?
Amy. Okay, I blame my southern roots. It's an A. It's an A. Okay.
Yeah.
I will not apologize for my southern roots.
It's also a distinction that I think we need to make here that instead of playing on PC, because that has a loadless timer and wall glides and all that other fancy stuff, Brando here is playing on the Xbox Series X, I believe.
Yes.
So basically, there is a small divide between console gamers and PC gamers. It's a small, I would say friendly rivalry, but I don't know how friendly that is. And while I was talking, Brando just went in, got Miles, got out.
Yeah. One big thing about Sunny Villa there is you will notice that we kind of went in, didn't get all the eggs, and then came back out. We do actually need to unlock Sheila later on down the road. In this home world, we don't have nearly enough gems, because we still need to get some gems to unlock our friends, just like Hoagie did in his run just before. I think the biggest thing with console though is I think console technically does have wall glides, except you don't gain any height; you just maintain your height. On PC, we can use
clear example right there.
Yeah. On PC, we can use wall glides to actually not just maintain Spyro's height, but actually gain height. Gives you access to quite a few areas. So thankfully, these wall glides you can still do. Ooh, it's all right. A little bit low. These wall glides here in Cloud Spies you can still do on console because you don't need to gain height. You just need to hold it a little bit, just enough so that Spyro can hover up onto ledges and stuff.
Yeah, this trick alone, it saves a lot more time than doing other little routes. There we go, easy enough. It like Clock said, we just gotta maintain our height there. I just didn't get enough of a charge jump, but you'll see a lot of our movement tech in this game is like charge jumping to get extra height, which I will be using that a lot with console, especially since the fact that PC does not. Oh yeah, there are 3 little friends, the Sunseeds. So in 80%, you don't do this. This is a really slow egg, but obviously in 149 egg, also his flame hair is gone, because that happens.
Because Spyro.
Because Spyro. But yeah, Sunseeds is actually a really common egg in our beginner route for 80%. But like we said, in 149 egg, we gotta get everything. So I gotta come make a pit stop really quick in here, get all 3 of ours, and make our big sun. And easy as that, Sunseeds is completed.
So one thing I want to bring up is that the game can sometimes miss those textures. Brando already talked about the missing hair, but on one of his streams, he found Sometimes you can just miss the texture of the sun seed itself, so it's a crystal sun.
Yeah, so in one of my
happens.
recent streams, we had they were missing and looking like actual like, crystals, which was really impressive to see. I've seen the tiki guys missing their textures. I've had the whale missing his texture. I don't know if it's just my console or the Xbox port, but there's a lot of stuff that goes missing in my at least in my runs.
Yep.
Yeah, also massive shout out to the Jake Egg that we just got. Also shout out to Hoagie Pops there.
Yeah, there's so many things going on. It's so quick and so fast paced. You don't have time to talk about everything. Also,
Yeah,
Stephanie, the worst egg in the game, personally.
Yeah, Stephanie's load trigger, as we talked about in the last run, doesn't load until you kill the enemy that's like in front of it, and then you leave that trigger. It will not load until you do that. So it's best just to run behind Stephanie, come back out. It's pretty good. But we do actually have a little bit of a question here that I actually don't know the exact answer to. Never mind, Murray answered it. But how much do you pay moneybags throughout the run?
In this category, let's see. I will be paying money bags for Sheila, Bentley, and Sergeant Bird. So I think that's 2,000 gems total
Yes.
for this category.
Yes. And then there's a couple of
Actually,
side
no,
areas
and I lie.
as
I
well.
lie. I believe
Yeah,
Nancy
'cause-
we're paying for as well.
Yeah.
Then yeah,
So
'cause you have to
about
get
2,500.
into. Well, you also have to get into the egg thieves at Molten Crater.
That actually we will do that really late in the run, so money bags will already be gone.
Yeah, once you defeat Sorceress and then do the Moneybags egg, Moneybags just disappears from everywhere. You don't need to pay him. So if you haven't paid for him somewhere, he just goes and it's automatically unlocked for you.
Yep. Murray, the kind fellow, he's very much a friend of Moneybags. He has actually run a capitalist percent? Where you go to Moneybags every time that he's available in the run. And you pay him, so here it is.
So this route's gonna so here in Molten Crater, it's gonna be just like any percent was done. We're gonna do this one little quick visit. It's gonna look just like any percent, where I'm gonna make a second visit here later in the game, because it's just not convenient for me to try and grab all the eggs at this moment.
Yeah, not only is there a door to pay 300 gems for to get the thieves, but also Sergeant Bird, our second friend, is in this level, so we might as well just come back when we have not only the gems but also Sergeant Bird.
Yep. So RE3 are technically only 2 levels down because Sunnyville was kind of quick, but Seashell Shores. Y'all want to talk about our buddy Bluto?
Absolutely, I love Bluto. He is my best friend. Hoagie didn't talk about him because Hoagie moved on from the world and went to subs too. But I think we'll talk about him once we get to him, which will be near the end of the level. I think it's a bit easier to talk about him when we're there.
Yeah.
2, 1.
Welcome to Seashell Shore. I hate this level.
Yeah, everyone has a love and hate relationship with this level. You'll actually get to see, just like in his run, our one and only out of bounds for SRT 3. First, I'm gonna do that quick perfect cover. Perfect.
Yeah, one thing that also makes that perfect hover doable is on PC we drop the frame rate, and on console your frame rate locked to 30 FPS. Spyro jumps higher if you have a lower frame rate. In fact, if you do that jump at like 1 FPS, you don't even need to do the hover at all. You can just jump out of the water.
Yeah, and so we get introduced to our. We mentioned Sheila. Well, it's still the idea behind that Sheila's portal is one of the only portals, I believe, that's actually we're able to get to before unlocking to her.
Yeah,
So,
in the OG game, all of the portals are loaded just underneath of where they normally are, and then when you unlock said portal, it just pops up. In SRT, they're just completely deloaded because, with modern technology, we can just deload something entirely and then bring it in when we need to. But Sheila is one of the only portals that somehow seems to exist, even though all the other portals are not like that. So we can just flip out of bounds there using that little damage boost and then pop out.
This animation's bad. There is a small little jump right there that saves a couple seconds, but every time I play this, that guy's animation's really bad, and I always bonk it.
Welcome to Bluto, our favorite RNG mini boss. Pretty much get on the boat, shoot him a lot. There's a couple of different patterns that he can do. He can either shoot you just like that, you can go for more ammo, or you can go underneath the water and chase you. There's also a couple of other attack patterns. Ideally, you want him to shoot you once and then go underneath and chase you, and then come up and then go get ammo. It gives you a nice little chance to get him. You basically want to get a couple of boxes until you get 17 rockets, and then just wailing him like that. That was a pretty good Bluto, I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, that was really good.
That was solid.
very nice
I was
one.
expecting to talk for a lot more than. And then
It's the marathon. It's the marathon luck.
Yeah. And then we of course have the tunnel, something that we also do in 80%.
Yeah. So, but what's cool in at least for the console version of this game, they use a lowest timer. We don't. So we still focus on that IGT's timer for our timing systems. It's very broken, yes. But when you're, funny enough, when you're in that tunnel and the tunnel in Dino Mines, you don't actually gain any IGT time. So it is very, very worth your time to go there in console. And with that, that's a very quick and easy Seashell Shores.
Yeah, that was a solid Z shot. Nothing really went wrong there. That was really nice.
Yeah, that was good Bluto, good out of bounds. That was just nice and solid.
So everyone's the Mimi Mushroom Speedway of
I love
SRT3.
Mushroom Speedway. What do you mean? I love Mushroom Speedway. It's a great level. It's chill.
Not. It is a very chill one. I do. I actually wrote down some stuff to talk about during the race, but I have nothing to talk about during the time trials. If y'all want to take something for me, I can let y'all have it.
Well, one fun thing about this run is unlike 80%, where this is the only speedway that we do, you'll actually see all 4 speedways in this run. Nothing really changes between strats in the speedways. It's pretty consistent compared to PC and console. Pretty much just try and use the supercharge as much as possible. Try to hold that like built-in reserve that you have to try and get all of these spiders. Oh, nice spider! Nice, beautiful spiders.
That's a new one. I haven't done that one yet. My that's never happened before moment.
Hey, it's a marathon. You gotta have one.
Yeah, you gotta have one.
Hey. Well, that's what I was gonna start speaking about in the race. This is actually my first ever marathon, so I'm very excited. As you notice, I first run nerves.
Yeah, you got this. You can beat
All
this
right,
by
very good
myself.
backup for the butterflies.
Yeah.
Yeah. So with losing the those spires, I lost about 10 seconds compared to what I'm like averagely doing.
It's fine.
I can make that up.
It's fine. You didn't touch
But
the water.
the
You're
fun
good.
of UFOs.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
All right. Nice one. Shot. It's very easy.
Didn't get
It's
the-
very easy
didn't
to
get the
not
early
see that
one.
orb. That's fine. UFOs is
We
pretty
gotta
safe
come
as long
grab
as you
him.
don't get hit.
Yeah,
All right.
there we go.
Also, our Tater boy.
Later.
Can't forget him.
No.
Alright, so-
I'm with Hoagie on this one. I'm with Tater superiority.
Data. Best thing,
Scooby,
but one of the best
Doo,
things.
man. What do you
You
mean?
can't beat Noodles.
Noodles.
You
too.
cannot beat Noodles.
So one
Yeah,
cool
well-
thing I wanted to talk about, so I've officially been running this game, just over almost a year now. I actually make a year anniversary of my first ever submitted run on the 22nd. So a day from now. Which I believe is honestly a really cool statement for me, if I'm being honest. I came into SRT, I just because Spyro 3 was my favorite game growing up, and I remember getting welcomed into community, getting so much help at the beginning. I mean, for console leaderboards being different, I was a top 20 runner starting out, and now I am currently third place in any percent, third place in the category I'm currently running, and I believe I'm 10th in the 117 category, if I'm remembering my placements right.
So what you're
So-
saying is top 3 grind for 117 soon?
Oh Lord, it'll be there. And I don't know how soon yet, but it'll be there.
So it,
But where I really want to get at with it, it's you can, even though like I'm still a very very new runner, but you don't have to be good at a game to start speedrunning. Pick it up, play around, see if you and just play something you enjoy. So with how much I've come to around in my time, it goes to show like how far you can come. Also, and that is Mushroom Speedway done. We're gonna hurry up, go back to Sunny Villa. So this is an example of SRT. We're kind of just and I lied. We said we are going back to Sunny Villa. I'm leaving Sunny Villa. I don't want to be there yet. I don't like that level. I'm gonna leave that one for last.
painful. We don't like it.
It's like, oh wait, you forgot the kangaroo. I'll go back and grab her.
Yeah, yeah. So you can either choose to go to back to Sunny Villa, or you can go to Cloud Spires. I personally say Sunny Villa is faster, but that's just me.
I like Cloud Spires because there's like a couple of vases that you can pick up along the way.
That's I believe a quick 10 gems you can pick up.
They've both got fires in them.
Nice. So we get to actually finally play as our Australian kangaroo friend, Sheila.
You get to play as the Australian in Austria.
Yeah. I know we just had an Australian. Oh, they didn't glitch out this time. Sometimes if you go fast enough killing that Rhinoc, the guy right here will actually kind of like teleport up.
Yeah, these billy goats like to break on us quite a lot.
Yeah, they're not fun. But like just like Hoji did, I mean, we gotta just do these checkpoints, get them done, one after another. There's no way to really speed it up. Oh,
Pretty
we're
much
pushing
just
this
an
on.
auto scroller escort mission.
Gotta love them. All of them are, but we need them.
Really, the only thing you can screw up is these houses here.
Yeah, so you can actually ground pound these houses. So you're supposed to jump on top of them, but as long as you get under the door, I know Ham does the windows, which I believe y'all are just y'all are crazy for.
I think Windows like the more commonly used strat because you don't have to go in front. You can just like run around the edge.
Yeah, it's a lot more of a straight line thing for me. It's
All right.
mostly
Guys,
just
guys.
so.
It's Sunny Villa time. We finally go.
We're back here. Welcome to the start of the run. We're 15 minutes late. Welcome. This is 149 egg. I don't know why the game's missing eggs.
Yeah, they're missing eggs there. We're missing. Vanessa right there. Wait, I don't know where she's going.
I know. Bro, you didn't get Miles. Go get Miles.
Oh no, I forgot Miles. I'm gonna have to go get him back. I'm gonna go get him later. We'll make a
Game's
third
glitch.
trip, right?
Yeah.
So this is why we had to wait. We waited to do Sheila and to do Sunnyville last because we just have this quick little Sheila side area. We gotta go help Romeo, see why his true love won't talk to him.
Unfortunately, unlike OG, we can't just jump into the portal on the top of the hut. Yeah, I don't know why Juliet. I don't know why she's not talking to Romeo. You know.
I think
Surely they're on
Well,
good
I can
terms,
tell
right?
you why. Yeah, they're on good terms, I believe. Hold on.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Marco sent you here. I've got a
Oh,
she's got
there's
a
a
restraining order against.
restraining order.
Oh no.
That would make sense.
Oh, that's a bit awkward.
Sorry, Romeo, I can't help you. So we're just gonna leave without even going by him, so he doesn't know we left.
Yeah, don't talk to him. Shh. We'll keep this between ourselves, all right?
So,
yeah.
Big Chicken, I totally promise he's safe. He's not dead.
Very
Don't
safe.
mind the chicken. Yeah,
That's
totally.
not a chicken leg. That's not a chicken leg. That's a baseball bat.
It's a baseball bat, yeah. Also, good. I'm already on gold sparks, so I don't gotta
Also,
worry
we
about
did
picking up
see
the extra
some
life.
skateboard action in Hoagie's run, but we get to see even more skateboard action.
Yeah, we're gonna see a lot more skateboarding. Ooh,
Cool.
let's get on the skateboard. That'd be nice.
And my opinion, the better skateboarding arena here.
I do like this one,
okay.
but Enchanted Towers, you know.
Look, there's something about Nitroff whenever he does OG 117 and comes here and does the I bet you can't catch all 15 lizards around here. Just come back if you need some boarding tips from the master. I just love that, and I hear it every single time I come here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If you, because on any time that I finish a run, it's either one of the two things that Hunter says. It's either oh, too bad. Maybe you'll get it this time.
Oh, too bad. In like that
I
just
love it.
really bad
It-
tone.
Exactly.
tight
It's the
jump?
most condescending thing. It's just like, well, why don't you just get the lizards, man?
Yeah, these
Right,
these
at that
skateboarding
point-
challenges are pretty easy. The first one you just get 15 lizards. I completely forgot where they were for a second. And then the second one you have to do it again, except that this time you're on a timer, and if you fall off the skateboard, you fail. So let's hope we fall off the skateboard a couple of times.
So you want me to do a backflip? I'm hearing. Got you. Wait, I don't
Yes.
know how to do it yet. Wait, I can't do it yet. No, I don't know how.
No, you don't have to
Can you
train.
pull off a raging ripto for me?
I don't know. I haven't learned how to do any tricks. I just know how to jump.
Okay.
Actually, wait. I'm not
No,
even
no
supposed to know
way.
how to
He
jump
hasn't
yet.
taught you how to jump.
No, we don't know how to jump.
you
All we
know
know
that?
is just
Oh my
ride
goodness.
skateboard.
Well,
you even know how to ride the
skateboard's
skateboard?
I don't know how Spyro's doing this. Then he hasn't been taught by the master.
It's an electronic skateboard. Well, that's the thing. You didn't
Yeah,
go
it's
back for
doing
some
everything.
boarding tips from the master.
Also, tight jump again. Good. And you're not being nice. I had to go extra round.
I also did see frame rate be talked about in chat. For 117 and 149 egg, we generally like to do 50 FPS on PC just because it doesn't hurt our eyes as much as it's also a lot better for sparks. We do 30 at the start because there's the jump to miles and there's also the hover for sunseeds.
Mm-hmm. So, but right before, since we got a little cutscene before, like that's it of Sunrise Springs. We're already gonna go to Buzz. Now I'm doing a little bit slower than Haji did. I mean, I'm 22 minutes in. I'm a little bit slower.
But we've collected a lot more eggs.
We have gotten more eggs though. So one small thing I wanted to talk about while we were going to Buzz. So as you notice, I'm purple Spyro. So in SRT, we're allowed to do different colors of Spyro. And what I did was I hosted a poll in 4 different Discord servers I'm in. And I kid you not, ooh, that's
Oh, hello, Buzz.
but I kid you, yeah, Buzz being Buzz, man. All right, Buzz is not being nice. Get out of
No,
here.
he's not.
Get the first bit done. All right,
Buzz-
but
Buzz
all
is
the
being
results for top 3, yeah, all the top 3 results all were 1 vote differences.
And blue was up there, which is the best color, yeah? Yeah? Yeah?
So it was it was not blue, I'm sorry. It was actually pink in 3rd, green,
Green?
alone was in 2nd, and
telling
then
me
purple
green
won
was
with
higher than blue?
13.
Whoever
The
voted green should be
SRT
ashamed of themselves.
community the SRT community alone were all 12 of those votes. I was really expecting to have to run Mustard Spyro, but when I saw I
No,
didn't have
no,
to,
no,
I'm
no.
like, let's go.
It's alright, it's alright. Blue's more popular than mustard. It's also worth noting,
Also, no
Buzz
phantom damage
in
from me.
console is Buzz on console, by the way. We probably should be talking about the run as well. Buzz on console is
No,
exactly the
no.
same as on PC. So there's nothing really different here, except for Buzz did get a bit more janky at the start. Sorry for all you OG fans who like to look away from Buzz. The camera fixes itself onto bosses in SRT, which is really lame. And also, we can't pretend that we're cats. If I can't see you, you can't see me.
So this is where you're gonna see the first major route. I say major route difference, but a little small route difference between any percent and would be between 117 and 149. So I'm gonna be going to Sergeant Bird's base first, where any percent did Enchanted Towers first. So Enchanted Towers, there's a side area where you need Sergeant Bird. So we're actually gonna Enchanted Towers is like second to last level we do in the homeworld, since we don't need Sergeant Bird. Also, let me grab me some HP. So we're gonna try to manipulate this small thief. I know I killed 2 bunnies and I only have blue sparks. These gonna meet a jukes as well.
It's fine.
But
Blue sparks
this
is good.
little, yeah, and we have just enough gems, that little 700 payment there. And we can just go straight into Sergeant Bird.
Sergeant Bird, thankfully, in any percent and 149 eggs, a pretty quick level. It's a lot faster than it is in 117. Because we don't really need mini gems. In any percent, normally this is just an escort mission. You just have to kill a couple of like key enemies in each room to get the hummingbird to move. But in 149 egg, there is also another egg that we need to get, where we need to rescue 5 hummingbirds that are in cages around the level. There's one at the start. There's one in this room. There is one right at the end. There's one near the end of the level. And oh yeah, the last one is also going to be on a backtrack.
Yeah, so
I thought the backtrack only had gems. Yeah, no.
Yeah, the backtracker one is the furthest out of the way one. But there's a reason why we have to backtrack for it, because we need little little missiles.
Yeah, we have to
that
pick
are
up some
scattered
bombs
through
in
this
this
back
area.
All right, hopefully I can get
Before
some
we
good
do that, we're
cycles
gonna
here.
we're gonna get the very far back one though, and then we're gonna start our backtracking. Get the last couple of hummingbirds.
Good cycle to go in, but can I get a good cycle to come out?
Oh, that's the real question.
Nope. All right, I'm gonna double check, make sure these don't kill me, because I took 2 hits. So what's good though is I actually don't need my HP.
Those fire cycles don't mess around.
Yeah, they will punish you. It's not nice.
So that's the second last hummingbird. We just have to pick up these little bombs and then just backtrack our way pretty much to the start. And then we have to go through pretty much to the end, but in a different area.
So what I did is I made sure to have my map on, which is at the bottom left of your screen. So you can actually see when we traverse any of these levels, you can see how far we are from the starts. And when we have backtrack like this, you'll see like, wow, I'm going that far out of my way.
Yep. Also, one thing that's really nice about this level in 149 compared to 117 is if you miss a gem in 117, you have to go all the way back through that tunnel, and it is the most painful thing.
Yeah, this is one of the more punishing levels.
Yeah.
So what we're gonna do is we have Spooky Swamp coming up. So just like Hodge did, I'm not doing a flying skip. It is a lot harder on the series. It is a lot harder on the Series S, but I'm still gonna do the same thing in getting my HP back with a quick game continue. But also, I know he said it says roughly 3 to 4 seconds. I don't know exactly how much he said.
Yeah, it's about 4 or 5 seconds. It's pretty good. Like, it's just worth doing because it's a free few seconds that you can get no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
So you see we are going to be lighting up these... Sorry, go.
Yeah, you continue. as I was about to say myself.
Yeah, we're gonna say the same thing. So you'll see, instead of just running straight through the level, we're gonna be lighting up these little tea lamps, because there are a few extra eggs we want to get. There's the loneliest best egg in the level, but these tea lamps, once you light up all 4 of them, you'll unlock a fun little friend called Sleepyheads.
Yeah, sure, fun.
Hey, it's easy.
Yeah, let's say fun.
Easy. Fun
It's
because it's
very
easy.
easy, but he's so slow.
Yeah,
It's
it's
chill.
very
You get like a little
time
break. You get to read chat. Awesome. I love it.
But it's a very punishing. It's a very easy little side area. But if you do mess it up, I timed it. You lose 20 seconds on average if you mess up one.
Yeah. Thankfully, it's pretty easy. Just wait for the bombs to get thrown, knock them back. And then, can you do the strat on console where you charge into him?
I've yet to try it myself. I'm sure we can.
When he has the green orbs, charge into him. See if it works. Yeah, it works.
Yeah, it
there you
does.
go.
Look, we're
Yeah,
saving
so
time.
you can basically
We're
just
good.
skip the crocodiles.
If you're familiar with Spyro 2, this is pretty much a better version of the Ox boss fight that's in Metropolis.
You know, I didn't think about that. You're right.
Actually, I didn't even know that.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, no. Wow. Guess we're all learning something today. And now we've got
Alright,
Sheila, everyone's
yeah.
favorite pair of eggs.
Do we want to listen to a haiku?
Yes,
We have time.
we have the bombs here. We must destroy the egg cage.
Alright,
Just
that's
go
enough.
boom.
I want to go fast.
Yes, it is bombing time. Here I come, my little eggs, to free you at last. Hopefully we can hear him go boom again.
I do not want to hear him go boom. I know it is.
So, so this
You're good.
this minigame is a lot easier in SRT than it is in OG. There's 2 little friends here. We have to escort them because they're blind. We have to escort them through all of these obstacles. Pretty chill to do the first one. He just follows the path. If something's on the path, he's gonna hit it. The second one pretty much skips everything, which is a lot easier in SRT because the boulders don't respawn in SRT, but in OG they come back after a little while. So that's one thing. As much as OG likes to give us some crap, this is one thing that we have a big advantage over OG in.
Huge advantage.
So there's the first one. Peggy's like a really easy egg to get. You can get on pretty easily. And then here comes the second one. So pretty much since we've destroyed a bunch of rocks on the first one because you had so much time, you can pretty much go until the second little cave area where there's those 2 mushrooms next to each other. And you pretty much only need to worry about 1 rock and 3 mushrooms.
Yeah, the second one I find time just to waste, but I'm gonna leave this red gem. I usually actually leave this one. I've started trying to find just downtime management, so it's gonna be really tight. Hopefully I can get this. I just started doing this recently. By the time we get back here, yeah, perfect.
Yep, there we go. This is also somewhere where you don't have to go. So just like just like Sheila's out with the mushroom houses, you can also get these mushrooms on the sides, just on the bottom, because their bases expand so much. You can just get the edge there. Makes it a lot easier. Oh damn, we didn't hear them go boom again. Unfortunately.
No booms.
I wanted the booms.
All right, so I know Haji messed this up in his run, so I'm gonna redeem the SRT3 community right here.
Okay.
After
All right.
after we skip this cutscene.
Yeah, you gotta watch out with that cutscene. It's one of the only cutscenes that you can like pretty much soft lock yourself into if you skip it too fast. The thing with the boss cutscenes is we can like get them to be unskippable if you menu too fast. But thankfully, especially on PC, the loadless time and the in-game timer are both stopped for them. In this one, in that cutscene there, it doesn't stop because you're technically loaded into the hub world. So if you get stuck there, you lose 1 minute and 42 seconds. It is not fun.
It's
Another-
not fun.
Yeah, another quirk with that is because that's also in all the SRT games. So if you do that for like Spyro 1 Reignited with the balloonists, if you do that too fast, then you are soft locked. There is nothing you can do.
Yeah, SRT likes to have its quirks, let's say.
Yeah. So Bamboo Terrace, we need to talk about this one. This is a huge route difference between console and PC.
Yeah.
As you saw in his run, they were able to do a big fly to straight to the end level where I can't.
Yeah, as we said
So
earlier, wall glides exist on console, but you don't gain any height, you just maintain height. So unfortunately, we cannot do the wall glide to get straight to the end level. We have to go all the way around.
And this is why we have a little running joke that we're stinky console runners because we don't get to do the fun tricks.
No, you don't. You get stuck with the boring stuff. But this is how we used to do it on PC until we found that wall glide. We are also going to be coming back here later because we do have Bentley, another side character. There's Pee-wee.
You gotta love
Pee-wee.
Yep. Pee-wee was actually one of my favorites for a while.
Yeah.
I also do appreciate that in both SRT and OG, you can get Pee-wee early. So.
Yeah, because Pee-wee's in OG. That egg is actually just stored under the bridge, if I remember correctly.
Yes, literally just underneath the bridge. So you can just swim in out on the waterfall and then swim up to him. Welcome to Country Speedway, our second Speedway. It's great.
Yeah, something that you have not seen.
Yeah. So, I actually like, this is one of my favorite speedways. I used to hate this one a lot, but the race for this one is my favorite of all four. So I still have I got a little soft spot for this one. Let's see. Can I get all three?
One,
nope.
two.
Not enough.
Yeah, close.
Alright, so janky planes. So these planes don't like being flamed, so we have to make sure we flame just into the engine of these planes, or we will just straight miss.
Every time I do Country Speedway 117, I always go over the first one. And there you go. You don't have to watch that little Spyro cutscene there, because if Spyro finishes a speedway and he touches the surface, it just like stops you immediately.
Alrighty. So
also, can we get
I want
everyone.
Yeah, can we get some yeehaws
We're asking for the
chat?
same thing.
Yes, we are. I've been planning this, man. We're
if anyone has any cowboy emotes, or cake owners, can we get a bit of a yeehaw in the chat going on?
Yeah, for each one we save that isn't a UFO, they say yeehaws. So it's like, I've been joking, once I'm able to have emotes in my chat, I'm getting someone to make me a yeehaw chat, because it just has to happen.
Yeehaw! This is also just one of those moments of really chill.
Yeah, this is one of those ones where it's like, confused. All right, good.
We've got him. Yeah, this is pretty much one of those downtime moments in SRT3. You get to chill out a little bit. It's also fun on PC because we get to use the mouse for this, but unfortunately, Brando can't because it's on console. The inferior platform for the game.
In theory,
platform, yep.
In theory, you can add again a mouse and keyboard. They just have not added support for that yet on Xbox Series X, I believe.
Yeah. So
for the
what's cool
Xbox
is
Series,
I used to run this game on the Series S. So what's cool is I used to actually. Oh wait.
Oh.
That actually count. What?
What?
That's an unfortunate time loss.
I look away for 3 seconds and he misses one. Oh no, that's a bit of a. Right, chat. You forget the last 2 minutes. Can we get a yeehaw in the chat, please?
Yeah, that didn't happen, right? This is the first time I got in here, cool. So we're gonna talk about it, yeah. I'm mad.
It's alright.
That's on me. I got late.
It's right. Content.
Content. You know, I gotta fill up the time slots, you know?
Content.
That's why I got
Screw
that
up the
estimate,
auto
you know?
scrollers.
Oh, I'm so mad. I'm mad at myself for that one. Oh, yeah.
But it is so weird that Hunter, for all the quirks, stuck with UFOs and sheep as his little
Oh,
quirky
yeah.
gimmick.
The deep lore of Hunter's Speedway side areas.
Because
Well,
you
it
got
kinda-
UFOs and now you're also shooting down more UFOs. But
Well,
now it's
the-
cows instead of
The
sheep.
thing with Hunter is if you listen to his dialogue when you see him in a Speedway, he sounds like one of those crazy UFO believers that are like, yo man, you can't believe what I just saw outside. I just saw like a UFO and abducted like 4 people.
Yeah, make sure
And
I
of
peek
course,
early
since
this
Hunter's the only person who's seen these UFOs with sheep in them, everyone thinks he's an idiot.
Yeah, it's my headcanon that anytime that happens, Spyro's just like, yeah, buddy, you take care of that.
Yeah. And now we get another sick race. Awesome. Except this race
Yeah,
is
now we
actually
get
a
a-
little bit more fun.
Yeah, so you'll be seeing me do a ton of small speed strats of taking these stars. We definitely make this one go fast. We're looking for I want to say mine's a 230. I don't remember. It's like a 238, I believe.
I don't know what my PVs are for the ILs. I probably should just like upload them from my runs just to see where they sit anyway.
That's what I've been planning, because I know I believe when I looked at it, I'm still behind Surf, who owns all the console ones. I will dethrone him on them. I plan
Yeah.
to.
Shoutouts to Surf. He's an absolute god when it comes to ILs. That man will grind ILs for weeks.
Yeah, Surf was a PC runner until he could no longer run on PC, so he decided to go on console to get all the console records that he could.
And he's been
Yeah,
absolutely
House's,
killing it.
Yeah, House's long-standing any percent record for console, I want to say, was standing for 6 months roughly, and then Surf comes out and beats it, and making it, and now is making it even harder for me to come take it.
We all know it's just a matter of time.
Yeah, I know I can give my special shout outs like a few early, because I know House has helped me a lot. Sir Boreas has helped me a ton in learning some of this stuff for this game. Surf, Toasted Cat is one of the few. They've all of them have helped me immensely in getting me to where I am today. And now I'm even impressing them with how far I've come. Make sure I don't hit the water on the last lap. That would be not nice. Good.
I mean, we
I-
need something else to throw on in here, don't we?
No, please no. I'm
throwing 2 out of 3 of the eggs. Just miss a ring for the
Please.
fan.
Please no. Please no.
Just lose 4 minutes
No.
in country.
Oh, don't remind. I'm running against my PB splits right now, just to get an idea of how far behind I am and kind of see what the pace of the run's gonna be on my end. And I'm still underestimate. That's why I'm sitting it. I'm still
All right,
underestimate.
all right. How far behind PB?
Currently 2.5 minutes.
That's not bad. That is not bad at all. If you can hold this pace, it's a solid run.
Absolutely.
Believe that or not, I'm still underestimate, but I'm 2.5 minutes behind.
That's fine.
Yeah. I knew something was gonna happen, because
And we've still got
still
nearly
haven't
2
got-
hours.
Yeah, we still got nearly 2 hours, and we haven't even gotten to the hard eggs yet, or like the RNG
No.
eggs.
This is the chill stuff.
Yeah, we haven't gotten to the fun stuff yet.
Yeah. So welcome
My-
to Enchanted Towers.
Oh yes, more skateboarding. So if you
More
were,
skateboard. Woo!
Oh my! How dare you? The spoiler alerts. Gosh.
God damn it, Ham. Enchanted Towers is a fun level. I like it. A lot of people don't. This level is pretty unique. One, there's this little skip here, which is also done in 80%. Just a little perfect hover up there just to get over the wall. That is in OG as well. It's one of the things that like sort of is the same between OG and SRT. One thing that is different between OG and SRT is these rockets aren't absolutely deafening, which is unfortunate. I like the deafening rockets in OG.
Two gem.
But this level is very unique in the fact that it's the only level that has a side character that doesn't have its own side area. You play as Sergeant Bird in this level, but you go through just the normal level as Sergeant Bird because there's all these enemies, and we'll also be doing it for Bone Dance. But we finally get to learn how to skateboard instead of just Hunter giving you a skateboard and go, here you go. We get to learn.
We finally get to learn how to be Tony Hawk Pro Skater, man. But like Hodge did, we're not gonna do the ramps and everything kind of like they're supposed to be done. It just looks for you to do the trick and hit the ground.
Yeah, you don't even have to go off the edge. You can literally just go off the side and just do it, and Hunter doesn't care.
Yeah, they say the game's checking is just, are you elevated? Did you do the trick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I know he got it. Can I get it now?
Are you gonna do it?
No, I get the SRT
no,
moment.
a little bit too far to the left. That's fine. That bit of geometry there is really annoying.
But I can just do a quick backup of it, and it still counts.
Cool. Nice.
Yeah. One thing about SRT, and this is one of the reasons why SRT can be better than OG. Controversial, I know. You can quit out of the race, say, nah, I'm good, man. And Hunter would be like, whoa, you're not leaving until, you've already impressed me. Whereas OG, you have to actually finish out the timer.
Well, I mean,
All
the
right,
thing
so
in OG is you get a nice little, you get a nice little pee break. Also, we get to say hello to our favorite boy. This is the best boy in the game. This is Farley. Everyone say hi, Farley.
That is cursed sayings. Get off my couch, my virtual couch. So anytime I come into this level, I just call this Doggo because I like to call him just Bad Doggo. Yeah, I know it's Farley, but his name is Doggo, and he's bad Doggo.
Everyone say hi, Farley. No, don't say hi, Doggo. Say hi, Farley. But yeah, this minigame is pretty chill. You pretty much need to shoot the ball onto the buttons, and Farley goes to the buttons and stands on the buttons and lifts Spyro up.
Yeah,
I've done that a couple of times.
Farley, much better than Wolfie and Spyro 2.
Wolfie. It's George.
I always call him Wolfie. If we can call him
George,
then we can call him Wolfie.
When you don't use the actual names of the characters.
See, Hoagie's right. Anyone who wears their name is Pog. I agree. Also, you found Farley. Let's go.
Yeah, I wish I can just keep him down there, but we need the egg. So
yeah. Now we get to play as Sergeant Bird in the main level. There's a whole bunch of flying enemies, which is great for 117. But we're gonna do everyone's favorite egg, which is Bone Dance. There's 8 bones hidden throughout the level. We need to shoot the enemies that are holding the bones, grab them. Are we gonna watch the dance?
Does chat want to see the dance?
We want to do it.
We have the time.
You have until the 8th bone. 1 if you want to see the dance. 2 if you don't want to see the dance.
I know, y'all gotta tell me. We're on 6.
Well, so far, we're seeing the dance.
So far,
we got 2
I figure
on
we're gonna see the dance.
Ham, what's your word? Do you want to see the dance?
Let's see the dance, man. Like,
Let's see the dance.
We're gathering his bones. We might as well see him move those bones.
So we need 4 people to vote no if you don't want. Sorry, 5 people.
No. All right, so
we're showing the whole dance.
The whole dance.
A whole damn dance.
But what's good is I only lose RTA time to show this dance. I don't lose actual PB time. All right, guys, y'all wanted it.
All right, everyone's favorite dance. Beautiful.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
beautiful.
Beautiful. Just like I remember in the original. That hurts.
Just
to
like the
say.
original game.
That hurts. I'm in pain. You know, the first time I saw
And-
this
alright,
in
okay.
SRT, I threw Spyro off the edge and just walked off camera.
Actually, I think I did the same thing. I was so the amount of cringe I felt. I was like, they did not just do this to my favorite game.
I wanted to cry so badly.
So you threw him off the edge. I just reset, and I'm just like, yeah, no. Also for one 48 egg. Thank you very much.
So here we got one last level in the homeworld. This is a fun level. I really like Icy Peak.
Icy Peak has a few different tricks. I know. I'll be doing a lot of the same tricks that Haji did, but I'm gonna do one little small trick that we do for to get into Nancy quicker. So
Oh,
this.
Nancy.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna damage abuse through the
Everything.
wall, just like on PC. Yeah, Icy Peak's a pretty chill level. It's also got like my favorite NPC, which is Doug. I love Doug.
Yes. Ooh.
Especially in OG, the way it
gotta
gets
love
when you get to the end. But yeah, up until Nancy, this is pretty much going to be very similar to what you do in 8%, because we don't really need many gems. We're gonna, you know, shoot that little ice block away, just like, you know, just get up there. Nice little couple of perfect hovers just to get up to Rees, who you normally get at the end of the level. You go to the end of the level and then you like sort of work your way around the edge of the level through all of those ice blocks that you shoot away. But again, because of 30 FPS, we can just jump right up there. And then here we've got beautiful Maynard. Beautiful. Oh, first try. Hey,
I was
very nice
I
looking
was
Maynard.
I was scared for that one. I missed that a little bit in practice. But this is where we're gonna do a small different. We're gonna do a little small difference. So we're actually gonna use these two enemies to go ahead and just break the ice over there. Do another
Oh.
quick perfect cover.
Oh. You know, I've never seen that. I've never watched a full console 149 egg run. I really like that.
A very nice trick. I saw what House does it, and I was like, I have to admit that it's such a little cool trick. So
welcome to
everyone's
Nancy.
favorite song. You cannot tell me
Ba-ba-ba-ba-bow.
otherwise.
Ba-ba-ba-ba-bow.
Yeah.
Brown. Definitely don't get sick of that at all. Nancy's pretty chill. Pretty much just a few Rhinox, a few hockey players trying to take over Ice Rink. You just have to flame them away. This is a lot easier than OG, because OG you have like a top-down view. This one you can actually look around, and the pattern's exactly the same every time you do it. So once you like get the pattern down, you can very easily just sort of get these guys real quick. This is literally just an auto scroller, just with a bit of flaming. It's very simple. It's very quick.
But we are her dance partner now. So wait for it.
Yes.
Wait for it. Wait. She's gonna spin, and I'm gonna spin with her, because we are dance partners.
Oh, beautiful. See, I like to see. I saw
And-
House.
oh.
I saw House do it once, and I do it every time now. I always like put Spyro in the corner and look at the set the camera up so it looks like they're cheering at Spyro, and you cannot see Nancy.
Oh lord, that's actually kind of funny. I like that.
It's
Gonna
great.
take a quick another little damage boost there.
See, Doug. He's his. Hey.
Good old Doug.
I love him. I love him so much.
All right.
Then we got the
Now,
thieves.
this is where we have problems.
Yeah, so thieves, it's the same, pretty much the same as doing it in PC, and also similar to how you do it on OG. You can get this second one very, very quickly, and then the first one we just, you know, head on straight into him. I wish we had the same thing as OG, where you could just look away and he just goes back to the start. That would be sick, but we don't.
I decided to just take a little safer shot on Yellow Thief. I've had times where you miss him, you will lose a lot of time.
Yeah, you have like no reaction time if you're not like dead center on that ramp.
And we're not gonna go grab those quick 40 gems because we don't need them. We're gonna go straight into Spike.
But they're pretty gems. What do you mean?
It loses time. I don't need them.
Yeah, but they're pretty looking gems.
But time.
If they're pretty looking gems. Anyway, we're gonna skip that cutscene. We don't need the plot, do we?
Mm.
All we need to
Uh,
do is just get eggs.
All right, so hopefully we get good rocks this time. Okay, okay, we start off
Hopefully we
good.
get scammed.
No, please, no, I don't.
It's all about the content, man. All about the content.
That's
Yeah,
on
the
me.
spike fight's pretty chill. Just knock some rocks at him, and then Cyberbird's going to stop dropping these little crystals. The first crystals will give you the red ones. They will give you a big flame breath. And then the second ones will be the purple rocks, so we like to call them, and they will home in on Spike.
Yeah, so what we could do is there's a trick called here that's called ironically just called purple rock. We can actually take a purple rock with us into Evening Lake, but there is a trick. Oh, get away from me! I said get away.
Oh, he's coming for you.
Aha. But there is a trick we can do in the next level we're gonna go to, but I've practiced it. I am 0% on it, so we're not gonna see that today.
So what you're saying is you're still going to go for it no matter what?
No, because I didn't grab a purple rock. If I did,
Aww.
I might have went try it.
You want to explain what it is then for the fans at home?
Yeah. So we're actually gonna. This is another any percent difference between any percent and 149. We're actually gonna go into Charmed Ridge first, and what we can do is we can actually take that purple rock and do into level skip with it. So you're gonna put yourself into the gate, and there's a very very slight spot where you can shoot that purple rock through, and hit the wizard that's holding that gate open, that allows you to get the end of level cutscene. It's very tight, and I am 0% on all my practice with it.
Spyro.
I wish I'd have practiced it more, maybe be able to do it for the run, but just didn't have enough time.
That's gonna be
It's fine.
for Spyrothon 9. You're gonna
We
get
get to
Yeah, I'm
see
having-
100%.
We get to see Charmed Ridge and all of its glory.
So there is a trick here, y'all. They got up. I can actually still maintain my height and get still in the same spot as them.
Yeah,
For
it's a
the
lot
PC
tighter though.
runners, yeah, a little bit tighter, but it's still just as free of a trick.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna shout out Sir Boreas again for finding this little strat that I've been using. You clear those 3 guys up there earlier, so you don't have to worry about them on this second flame. Let's see, and ooh, he actually almost pushed me off. We are good. I actually missed this guy. That's fine.
Hey, interesting question though. Are we going to be doing the little golden goose skip?
Golden goose skip.
Yeah. Do you do it on console where you go up to the top first and then come down?
You can. I personally do not do it. I don't.
Okay.
Does it? I don't remember if it actually saves time or not.
I think it might just be a 117 thing. So if you remember this challenge here, there's 2 eggs that you can do. There's an interesting trick that you can do, especially 117, where you can get the top one first and then come down to the middle. And because you've already gone to the top, you get the middle egg and then straight away get the top one. Kind of like a 2 eggs at once sort of deal, but kind of not.
Yeah. So this a little side areas. You definitely have to learn how to do your perfect covers. This is definitely your practice area. If you don't know, you definitely get exposed if you don't know how to do them.
This was very painful for me when I started running this game.
Same here. This was one of where I lost a lot of time.
That last perfect hover, I would sometimes spend like a couple of minutes doing that.
Hmm.
Yeah, it was not fun at all.
So I believe Haji went for the head bash chest that's still under there. I want to say any percent for PC grabs that one as well. We don't need that in 149 because we're gonna be doing Honey Speedway soon, which is gonna make up a lot of gems that we're missing.
Yeah, Speedways give you 400 gems just for doing the time trial. We're also going to be doing the one egg that is different in this level between 80% and 149. Where we visited Sergeant Bird area. Now we're going to use Sergeant Bird to visit Sergeant Bird's girlfriend. I mean, just friends. They're just friends. They're just friends.
They're platonic, you mean?
It's
You see,
a 100% platonic
Also-
relationship.
yeah.
Yeah. So I like to call this the it's counting simulator. You learn how to count to 5, and then you learn to count to 10 twice.
There's also a really cool skill point here. You should go for it. If you shoot out all the windows, you get a nice skill point.
Nah. So count with me. 1, 2. No, we're not gonna. But I do count it. I do count it in my head to make sure, because about at least on the 10s, whenever you get to the last set of them, you actually just the last 7, 8, 9, and 10. Sometimes they just won't get hit by the rockets when you're using the same strat. So sometimes I just make sure I count so I can start going in the air to make sure I get them. Also here, the third round of this, lava floor. So I've got to actually make sure I keep hitting my A button to make sure I don't touch the ground. But it's gonna be the same strat, just see this time I got 7 out of 10. It's just I think it's just random. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, that's different. All right, we're still good. And with that, Charm Ridge is done. There's definitely a reason why you don't do that in your 80% runs. As you can see, it's kind of a slow egg to get that quick 100 we need. Also, so glitchy whale, please, glitchy whale. Hey,
Jank
glitchy
whale.
whale. The run has officially been blessed by Janky Whale.
Hey, we go Jankwell. Let's go. Yeah, one of the reasons why we quick game continue there is one, it gets us back to the start of the home world, and 2, we don't have to mess with Jankwell because on the way out he can, well, you know, as his name suggests, be janky, and he'll spit you out and then suck you up and spit you out and then suck you up again. It's really, really stupid.
Yeah, I've
Yeah,
lost
once you're in
a
that
few runs
cycle,
of
it's
that.
bad.
Yeah.
But guys, look, we're in our 3rd Speedway now, and honestly, this is my least favorite.
It is also worth noting that, like, one of the biggest reasons why we do evening like in this order is because soon there'll be a cutscene where Hunter will get trapped, and he'll be trapped until we finish the home world. When he's trapped, you physically cannot do anything Hunter related in any level. Instead, there'll just be a little signpost there saying, "Nah, he's trapped. Come back later." So if you come in
so we get
here,
a
then
first-
do Hunter now. It's the only place where we do Hunter in Evening Lake. Sorry, no, there is also Lost Fleet. Once we get out of Lost Fleet, then it's fine. We don't need Hunter anymore after that, and we'll be chilling.
Yeah. I remember when I was first learning the game, I remember, oh, I missed the first one. Unlucky.
Nice.
I'll get him later. Doesn't lose too
Yeah.
much time. But I remember when I was
Give a
first playing the game and that happened, I was like, wait, how do we even save him? Like, I thought it was gonna be like just make like a small mini boss fight or something just to save him, but nope. You just
Yeah,
play the game normally.
It's kind of disappointing that like he's freed after you defeat Scorch and you don't do anything to free him.
It's the
Yeah,
power
just-
of love, you see.
It is true.
Oh
it is the power
no!
of love.
Spoilers, Ham. Spoilers. I
Get
can't
him
even say
outta here,
spoilers
he's
because we just
spoiling
had
the
the 80% run.
We've got to talk
The-
for
the
2.5
love
hours
story.
and Ham's spoiling an hour of it.
Oh yeah, I had the whole script right here that I forgot to send them. All right, here's the Hunter lore script. We got this.
Yeah, can you send that? Can you send the PDF to me as well? I missed it.
I got you.
Thanks, man.
No,
So now we see,
it's a Hunter little
yeah.
side area. It's just an auto scroller. We are getting there. The cows want their revenge, so they decided let's chase
That's a
Hunter
sheep.
around the
That's a sheep. That's not a
No,
cow.
it's supposed to be both. That is the sheep. Okay. There's cows and sheep, man. This lore is confusing.
Yeah, it is very confusing. But welcome to the last egg here in Honey Speedway. It is the longest race in the entire game. So while you do that, I'm gonna go have a nap. I'll see you all when we're done with the race, right? Good night.
Yeah, I wish I can take the nap myself, but the 2 minute, roughly 2 minute 58-second race. There's really nothing else. You can only go so fast on it. Also, get over here. Get over here. No. So one thing you can do, I see some people struggle with the races, playing casually. I tell a lot of people it's like just flame the enemy while you're racing, and it'll actually slow them down, as you see. Because I do anytime I'm not speedrunning and I actually have a lot of free time, I go ahead and I join in random SRT 3 or any SRT game streams on Twitch. It's kind of cool to go talk to some people. I've even taught some of them on their streams how to do small speedrun strats, and they just so proud of themselves. I don't know. What else do we have to talk about? We still got another 2 minutes. We got another minute.
Well, I mean, I can throw out some more spoilers for you guys. I mean, I know more spoilers than just SRT. Let's see.
Guys, I got a good spoiler. Wait, I got a good one. You ready? There's a monkey.
Okay, hold up. A monkey is in this game? I
there's
don't
a
believe
monkey.
it.
We won't see him for a little while. It's sad days. Also, I noticed we finally officially hit the hour mark. Hour and 5 mark, to be exact. At least on my end. It goes to show like we're halfway through the game, roughly halfway through the game, and the 80% run's done. Goes to show like the difference between like how long actually taking the categories between let's see, 80%, roughly a good runs are about an hour 5 RTA times. The 149 is about 2.5 hours. The 117 category, at least going off of console times, is around a 3 hours 45. So you basically just tack on an extra hour to each category to for your RTA times, and that's what you get if you ever decide like, oh, I want a little bit longer runs. But we do have a ton of miscellaneous categories we could talk about later. But ooh, a 301. I was slow. Shame on me.
Yeah, we've already talked a little bit about bone dance percent, and then I talked a little bit about capitalist percent or moneybags percent. Yeah, there's quite a few different runs. Spyro, just as a series, in my opinion, is just very good, very versatile in terms of speedrunning. Like, especially like this category, like it's not as annoying as 117 can be, but it's still a nice, fun little run. Just get the main
So
collectibles.
this is another cool one we can do. They can do it easier, but I can still do it as just like the PC runners. This not an PC exclusive trick. So we're actually gonna be doing this whole Lost Fleet just about in the same order as PC route did, but we're gonna do one cool difference. Because remember, we're trying to collect all the eggs. So after chat here, they went to subs. I'm going to do some more skateboarding.
Also,
Wait,
good
there's
morning. I've returned from my nap. I see we didn't miss anything important in the run.
Nope, all good. Hopefully your nap was great. I wish I could have took
Oh,
one.
it was beautiful.
So you see, apparently Spyro and Hunter are not the only ones with skateboards. Apparently Rhinox know how to skateboard too. Like, what has skateboarding just been around this entire time and I never noticed?
Bro, Tony Hawk's been around for like 400 years.
About right. Do y'all want to talk about the janky checkpoint for me? Or do y'all know about it?
Oh yeah, the janky checkpoints and the fallout glitches. Yeah, okay. I hate this so much. I have a lot of personal experience with this. Just like in all racing games, there's pretty much like checkpoints to determine where games spawn you if you fall off the track, etc. Here in this area that Murray just went, sorry, not Murray, that Brando just went through them. There's 3 checkpoints and it's very, very easy to actually jump over them if you go on that little ledge on the right there. And if you do that, the game doesn't think you've like gone through that checkpoint and it doesn't register the ones after that. And once the Rhinox start going through it, you technically start losing places even though you haven't. And then once you get to the end of the track, it'll make you do another lap. We like to call that the fallout glitch. It's very, very easy to do. It's very, very easy to avoid in 149 egg. A little bit harder to avoid in 117 because there's a couple of gems up there. But in 149 egg, you can pretty much just stick to the bottom and you definitely won't get it at all. Also, welcome to Lost Fleet Skateboarding and its beautiful, beautiful jankiness.
Yeah, so my goal is all 3 races. So we're actually gonna have to do Hunter now. Hunter wants to race. He wants to prove he's better. But what you see, I'm trying to do a trick. I'm trying to do a backflip and then basically a twisted lemon just with a backflip. But so I can get full boosters right off the back. And sometimes SRT just doesn't want you to do that. I don't like it. Also,
Yeah,
so
it's
our
very
goal
easy.
in Hunter race here. Yeah, so our
very
Hunter
easy for
goal
the game.
here is,
Sorry, go.
is we got no, you're good, you're good. We actually could collect all 10 of the these crabs throughout the whole track. You're allowed to, you can actually only get 9 out of 10 on the first lap. Also, I'm out of boost, so you're gonna see me slow down quite a lot here. Just trying to do the tricks. Again, doesn't give it to me. I think I'm doing the turnaround too early. There we go. That should work. There we
a little
go.
bit early. Also, one fun thing you can do is if you go fast enough. If you go fast enough in this race, you can actually overlap Hunter. But if you come up behind Hunter as you overlap him, you can like knock him up into the air, but he doesn't get knocked off his skateboard. The game didn't intend for you to knock him off his skateboard, so Hunter just kind of separates from his board and just goes up into space. It is very funny.
Yeah, I usually can't. I can actually probably overlap him here. We're gonna go for it. Just for the fun. He was in the air.
Damn, we couldn't hit him.
I'm just gonna do a quick little, just give me some extra boost. We did overlap him, just he was in the air, unfortunately. But that is that little skateboarding area. So now we're gonna actually get into subs. So any percent got into subs after Chad. So it's up, it's in that cubby there. So I'm gonna do a damage boost. Ooh, I took a 3, but that's fine.
It's fine. You don't need health. You're gonna be in the sub anyway.
Exactly. I don't need HP. All right. I'm not gonna top the masterpiece that was their subs. I already know it. All right, we missed that one. That's fine. So it's actually, in my opinion, PC has this a lot easier. Just in my straight opinion, trying to aim on console here, not the fun, not the greatest.
Well, I mean, we still use controller for subs anyway.
Yeah, we
It's
don't
over there.
switch to keyboard and mouse. There's very few times when that's like a really good idea, except for the spoilers section.
Whoa! Spoilers!
Spoilers.
I
Spoilers,
censored
bro.
myself.
Spoilers!
Nah,
Yes,
we
welcome to
good.
subs 2. The subs fight back this time.
Subs 2, subs harder.
Subs
Subs 2,
harder.
even more subs. Subs 2, the second one. But yeah, no, these subs in subs 1, the subs don't fight back. They just let you hit them. Subs 2, they learned that there's actually mines on their subs, and they can actually drop them to fight back. Generally, if as long as you're not right behind them, you don't get hit by them. But the thing is, your torpedoes can very easily lock onto them, and it sucks.
It very much sucks. I had one in that section as well that did it. But we're gonna quickly just get to the end of the level. And look at that beautiful number up there. 1,000 gems.
Oh,
So-
perfect.
So that's why I said, like, there's like the gym routing in 149. I actually, when I usually get around here, also just going through Crazy Ed, no worries. I actually am over gemmed every time I come out of Lost Fleet. So seeing a beautiful 1,000, actually, it was a little more of a smile on my face. I did it right this time.
And then you broke it, and now you're on 1,011. God damn it.
Yeah, there was a 5 gem I accidentally collected.
What a shame.
Damn, I gotta reset. I'm not on
No.
perfect gem count now. Just reset in hour 15, right?
What a
I,
shame.
I think
it's
things will let
fine.
me, right?
It's fine.
Yeah, I think they'll let me. We're fine.
Yeah, the latest. It's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, here we've got a couple of quick eggs that we're gonna grab before we go into Bentley, just so we don't have to backtrack our way around this area. There's Stuart, Ted, and then there's a nice big jump you can get to get Hannah. We'll see if we can get that. If not, there is a backup on the ladder. Looks pretty good. Yes.
Oh, beautiful.
That was a perfect header jump right there. And then we just head down right here. Head into Bentley. If you need some gems, there's a few gems.
Oh my good. Oh my
Bentley,
goodness.
what the hell? What?
Oh, your
I've
my
never
my
seen
game is
that
cursed.
before.
I've seen him
No.
white. I've seen him bright white, but not that.
Oh my goodness.
What's that?
I'm glad something weird happened. This is great. I love the run now.
Wow.
I think they made a song about it. Black Bentley, Bam Bam, or something like that.
Hey, now.
Beautiful.
Ooh, beautiful. I love it.
All right.
So,
now we
Pretty much the same as
149.
normal. One big upsetting thing is the cutscenes aren't absolutely broken on console like they are on PC.
I got the quick snipe. Good.
Also, one thing to note that on that first gong, we do talk to Bartholomew again before it hits. The irony of him saying you have to time it just right. We have to time talking to him so that we're talking to him as the gong gets hit.
Another just a reminder for everyone out there: Bartholomew is the worst character in this game.
True.
Same
Yes.
PC.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so this pushing puzzle coming up. Depending on when you decide to leave each box when you push them, Bartholomew just likes to decide that he's not gonna just not gonna do his full animations and just completely ruins everything. And we are good.
Beautiful. Yeah, it's very easy to just get in Bartholomew's way, and then he gets stuck between the box and the ledge. And then you have to move the box out of the way, and then you have to let him move out of the way, and you have to put the box back, and then you have to wait for Bartholomew to go across, and you've lost like 20 seconds. It is utterly painful.
Yeah, I've been able to tell people because I've listened to it. There is an audio cue that tells you when it should be set in place. So if you listen for that, I'm not about 9 out of 10 times you'll be fine.
Well, it's not the fact that the boxes are more in place. It's more the fact that like you get in Bartholomew's way when he tries jumping across. That's what gets him stuck most of the time.
Gotcha. I always thought it was the boxes more because that's when I see it happens.
We'll just blame Bartholomew.
Yeah, away. Also, welcome to the best level with the best music in the entire game. Feel free to spam the chat with jam and emotes because damn, I love the music here.
Yeah, this is one of the bangers. It's not a great level, but it has good music, you know?
It's a cool level.
You gotta balance it out somewhere.
It's a cool
You get
level.
it? Hey, I'm gonna make a dad joke. He said cool. We're playing with ice. Hey, I'll see myself out. Don't worry. Also, Jasper Skip console version.
Oh, it's a lot harder. Oh my god.
Yeah, that
Oh.
was close. I did have a
Yeah.
backup in case I missed it, but I'm glad I hit it first try.
Yeah. So here's boxing. Bentley boxing. We don't like Bentley boxing. It's pretty easy to
So
do.
this
You
is
pretty
up down
mash
simulator.
square. You pretty much just mash square, mash X, mash square, mash X, mash square, mash
Yeah.
X.
Yeah, this is where I sit and talk to chat all the time because it's just like,
Yeah.
how y'all doing?
You can literally just use audio cues and just like not even look at the game, and it's completely free. Both eggs. Just
Also, wait,
super free.
another down below the belt. I
Two
hit- I-
free
I always
eggs
leave
and a
another
free
below
skill
the belt.
point.
That's not my ball.
No, I'm wrong. All right, we're gonna get his ball this time. I promise.
This is gonna be the ball.
Spoiler
It's
alert,
not gonna
we're
be an
not.
egg. It's gonna be the ball.
This is another reason why Bartholomew is the worst. You know, like he can't just get another ball. No, he has to get his specific ball from this Yeti.
It can't be another ball. It has to be my ball.
I got a really good chain of hits there. He stopped blocking for a little while.
Yeah, sometimes if the Yeti
So-
RNG is good, you can really get some nice hits. It's also worth noting that on 30 FPS, this is the strat that you do. On 50 FPS, the Yeti will actually hit you before you hit him. It's a reason why it's doable on 30. If you're on PC and you're doing it on 50, you actually have to like hit him, take a step back, hit him, take a step back. And we're gonna skip that snowman right there. Barely nice. You can jump on that little corner there, and the snowman will come for you, but if you jump away, he doesn't get you.
Yeah, you definitely have to jump out further left than you think, because the hitbox for it to
Beyond.
actually activate is really large.
We're not doing cat hockey?
No, so we in the round I'm using, you need to pay.
Yeah.
I want to say it's 600 gems. As you
Oh, 'cause
can
we don't have
see,
the
my gem count is
gem.
not there.
That's right. Yeah, no, never
Yeah.
mind.
So
Fewer gems we have to give the money bags, the better.
Oh, don't worry. We'll
Here's-
spoiler alert. We'll get our gems back.
Here's
Also,
one of the
Stooby
best
Dooby
eggs
Doo.
in the home world. It's Stooby.
I love Stevie.
No, I love Stooby as well. He's great. We're gonna head into Fireworks Factory now. Hoagie didn't point out our favorite egg, and I'm really disappointed in that.
So Chad, what is your favorite type of spaghetti?
Noodle spaghetti.
What kind of noodles do you like? You like noodles? I like noodle spaghetti too.
I like noodles.
So our big boy noodles.
Nerds. We like to call him nerds as well. With this beautiful emote. I love him so much. You didn't pay the blood tax. That's really upsetting. I'm annoyed.
Noodles is very particular. If you don't
Yeah.
if he doesn't like you, if you don't give him enough love, he'll take some blood from you.
Oh, absolutely. So we're gonna one up Hoagie and get Sam to skip first try, right?
I'm gonna get it. Not first try.
We're gonna get.
I'm
Well,
gonna get-
yeah, I mean, all we have to do is get it, and we're still one up it. But we're gonna do a first try for the fans, yeah.
Fans, right here. A little further left.
Fans,
than I
wait,
want,
hold.
but first try.
Nice,
There we
beautiful
go.
stuff. There we go. See, that's what it's
Yeah,
supposed
so-
to look like. So Hoagie took the scenic route.
Yeah, even if I didn't get it first try, I do have a backup that is still faster than doing the scenic route. So I might have to go teach him that one.
You might have to. And then we're done for Fireworks 1. We are going to come back later. There's a couple of eggs that we can get. One of them, two of them require getting another friend. Oh, hello, Rocket.
Okay.
Oh,
What? Okay. I have a serious question now. Are these texture issues like super consistent on Xbox, or is it just like the new gen consoles? Because this is like the first time I'm seeing any of this.
oh wow! Even in the
It
loading
might
screens,
just be the new chip.
Because I've never
It looks
seen
cool as heck though.
It's
It's still
what
missing.
is this game?
I love it. Oh, I love it. I'm
did
so happy some
Well,
textures are missing.
You know, like I'm never expecting any of this, and I have to look at the game and something's just a wildly different color.
I'm never expecting any of my runs, so you and me both here. Also, give me red to start. Oh, I got green to start. Unlucky.
So we did talk
No,
about
it's not fine. I wanna.
storage and a rocket in the previous run. Is it useful in 149?
Yes.
I've been trying to think about some ways of doing it in 149, but it's for right now it's not. Because we're gonna when you see we get out of Scorch, we're gonna have 98 eggs. And at 98 eggs, we actually don't need to do
And have the eggs, never mind. Because no, no, never mind. Oh no, it can be useful actually.
yeah, it would still be useful like you do for any percent in doing crystals early.
You can get the thief as well in the homeworld.
Yeah. I say there's still uses for it. So I know, especially for the console version of this category, there's still a ton of optimizations to do. That's why I'm in the process of grinding out the game, grinding this out, and I want to try to find other little strats that we already have that we can just implement. And that's one of those. I want to see if rocket storage will definitely be a lot faster, which it should be.
Yeah, I can think of a couple places where it's useful. So
And the rocket's still missing.
it's still white.
That's great.
What is going on here? It's still white rockets.
So new white rocket strats, right?
This will be great if
That's
the
what this
rocket's
is.
white for the rest of the run.
My goodness.
It would be
We'll
such
see.
a
We'll
cool
see.
thing.
Well, I'm about to be. So here we're gonna do another quick game. I need my HP back for sorceress, but also it's just quicker because I'm gonna go grab our lovely Saki right behind us really fast.
Fuck you. Yeah, they forgot to paint the rocket. The rocket painting crew forgot to come out today. They had the day off.
Yeah, there it is, there it is. Yeah, they just
Yep.
they had the day off. So I actually did a small reroute recently. I saved it. I think it saves maybe 8 seconds. I haven't timed it fully yet. But what we're gonna do is we originally only grabbed the Crystal Islands TP here. So this is gonna look weird. I'm gonna jump into Crystal Islands really fast, but I'm not gonna do the level yet. But I'm also gonna go grab the Desert Ruins portal as well. It's gonna look like it doesn't make sense, but it'll make sense for later. We're gonna come back to these levels, and I don't have to run back.
I'm picking up what you're putting down here.
Got me.
I
Yeah.
got
So
you.
what I routed in the Desert Ruins one because what do? You would end up just exiting level for crystals, and then have to redo this run specifically twice. So it's why are we doing that when I can just do the first run and not have to worry about it? Also, our clock had mentioned about that homeworld thief right there. We're gonna get him later. Um, I'm not gonna spoil that one, but I don't have to chase him.
Yeah. There's something
So-
fun we can do.
Yeah. So I love my splits. So again, I'm running against my splits, and I have the split called Lizard Lady because she's just a big ugly lizard that doesn't like to play nice with everyone. Also, so 100 eggs, and now
There
we can go
go.
take her out.
It's sorceress time.
Hey.
Yeah, I'm only what? He got a 6 or 7, so I'm only 20 minutes behind him behind Haji.
Yeah,
Right?
it's fine. It's fine.
That's it.
It's fine. You
We're
might
only
be
3 minutes
20
behind.
minutes
baby.
behind. You might be 20 minutes behind,
it.
but you know we did get to see Samscope, so that makes up for all of it.
Exactly. I'm hitting all the good ones. So just like any percent, this is an auto scroller fight. We just nothing fancy. I like to taunt sorceress, so it's just like I do a little
The
shit,
rolls,
that
yeah,
one.
as well.
Yeah, I
Oh,
do
wait,
that
wait,
too.
we'll just do it. She didn't like that one.
Also fun little trivia fact. If you're on PC,
she hit
you run this at 37 FPS. That cannon sinks into the ground just a tiny bit.
We're gonna have to do 2 cannons. I have missed a few extra shots, but it's completely fine. But
That's all
let's
good.
talk some more. We're just gonna have a lovely walk.
Yeah. So Sorceress is pretty chill. You get the cannons. You get hit her twice. You get the tanks, and you got to hit her 3 times, I think, and that takes you down to her down to half health, and then you do the UFOs, which you take for the rest of it. UFO controls are really bad. They're not fun. If you ever play this game, don't use the analog stick for the UFOs. Just use left and right on the D-pad. It'll make it so much easier.
Yeah. I've gotten to where even with just left and right.
Fixed. We got hit by the
Yeah.
thing. Oh.
The thick is too thick. She had an extra seed today.
3 seeds today. All right, now it's onto the UFO phase.
No worries. So we do have to watch my health though. If with blue sparks, Agent 9, who we haven't met yet, will not actually pop the sheep until I get green sparks.
Who?
Spoilers.
Who?
Oh wait, yeah, wait. No, we talked to him to start the fight. We just didn't acknowledge him. Also, bad start for me.
What monkey? I don't see no monkey.
I don't see no monkey. Come on.
All right, a couple of hits.
One more
One
hit. Alrighty.
Wow, GG, nice 80%.
GG, yeah, 80% done, right?
I don't have another hour left.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate part. That I like to say that's the midway point of the route because, like, you know, only 48 more eggs to go though. So it's like now we get into like a lot of cleaning up, little worlds we
117
haven't
is where
gone
the
through.
really gets fun.
Yeah, this is where it gets fun. But first, no one likes money bags, right?
I don't like
I don't
them.
like them. I like them.
I don't like them.
So you know what? We paid him enough money. I want my money back.
I want my money back too.
Yeah.
Get our money back.
Give me my money back, big
This
man.
is what we were talking about earlier. Once we get all of our gems back and you give us an egg, every moneybags unlockable area will be unlocked automatically, and you don't have to pay him any more gems, which is awesome because we don't like moneybags.
Nope. Get him out of here. Go back to
It's
Avalar.
really funny. Moneybag says that he goes retire to Spooky Swamp and he goes straight into Crystal Islands. And there's Macon, that is that's actually the thief egg. When you defeat the sorceress, you can't have, you can't have the moneybags and the thief in the same spot because they take the same path. So instead they just give you the egg in that little area. You don't have to chase him at all, and moneybags just replaces him instead.
Yep. And so this is the reason we grab Crystal Islands TPs. So as soon as I grab Billy back there, I don't have to go through a portal or the whirlwind and have to do a big runaround. So,
and at least you don't have to get
So
all the
Crystal
gems.
Isles-
They're not fun to get.
oh no, those are a pain in 117.
Yeah,
So
it
we're
is.
actually gonna get to see this side of the whole level. You didn't get to see this side on any percent because there's just no point at this point since we're not using rocket storage. But
Yeah,
we actually use rocket storage to avoid this particular payment just for that bridge.
This is what I call in my splits the 1,000 gem brick. Because Moneybag sits there and he says, "Hey, you want this bridge that is literally a brick? That'll be 1,000 gems, thanks." Meanwhile, the limit in Spyro 2 is 100 gems for this magnificent looking bridge.
Yeah, I think he's got his I think the paperwork was wrong on which bridge was which.
Yeah. I think someone added an extra 0 by accident to this one. And again,
Also,
this
we
is
don't like slides.
not 117, so we don't need to do the full slide. We can just do the 80% strap.
Yeah.
But the slide though, it's so much fun.
I love the slide. It's chill. It's chill. It's a comfy slide. You just get to like hang out there.
So,
So now it's time for the best egg in the whole game.
it's the best egg.
Balls.
And with our lovely friend Bentley.
So moles is pretty interesting because we want to hit the moles, we don't want to hit our friends. You can actually kind of manipulate where they spawn, and if you can get them to spawn in the right spot, you can actually hit them, and then their corpses, you can get a second hit on it. We like to get as many double hits as we can. It speeds this thing up really nicely. So there's a double hit right there. Pretty much as long as their corpse is still active, you can still do it. Some people like to do it this way. Some people like to go up to that little spiky rocket that's in the back there, and push up against that. That's what I personally like to do. 117. Oh wow! Oh 13! Oh my god! He's got like 5 hits on that one. Beautiful. 17, 18, 19,
Very
20 there.
quick.
That was a beautiful moles right there. Oh my god.
Lovely.
And then here's
And
the
now,
thief that we use rocket storage to get.
Yeah, so there is a fast strat if you don't have rocket storage to get this thief. Again, I have practiced it, and I am 0 for I don't know how many attempts.
You could also
So
you can
we're
also
just gonna do it the
try and
ultimate way.
catch him at the first corner. That's what I used to do in the old 80% route. Beautiful. And there's Max. Got a couple more eggs in here.
Yep, 2 more quick eggs, and then remember how I picked up that Desert Ruins portal now? We're gonna actually no, you forgot.
What does it ruin?
Dang.
Desert who?
Also, that wall
Desert
light is
Ruins,
really, really like deceptive. Because this game was built on the OG game's geometry. That orange tree that you glide over has a massive hitbox.
Yeah, so it kind of looked like, or it was probably a reason why I went really far out. It made it look really weird. It's just the hitbox there is huge.
Jeez, this looks really chill in 149 egg. we normally do it back. I'm so used to seeing it backwards in 117.
Oh yeah, y'all do it backwards to do everything. So a lot of 80% is kind of just done for these first visits.
Yeah. Welcome to Sheila. This is a little nod to Crash Bandicoot right here. We're also about to see another nod to another video game later on in the run, but we'll leave that for when we get there.
Here we're just not going to fall into the waterfall. Avoiding.
We're not going to do
all
a hoodie
the,
and die here.
Too far of a jump. Oh well.
That's fine. This is a
So that
really
platform is on a cycle.
yeah. This is a really chill side area. Once you sort of get to know the layout of it, you can pretty much just hold right and just jump and kick when you need to, and you can just breeze right through it.
Yeah, this is one of the quicker ones to learn. All right, and that is Sheila's little side area, quick and easy. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna go grab 1 quick egg all the way back here, and what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna do a quick game. I don't feel like playing this game no more. I'll quit.
Oh, really? All right. Next run.
Yeah, nice run. Started
Next
out.
run. Back to submission. Let's go.
So I'm the only one that I know of that does this strategy. I use a charge jump to get it into level skip really quick.
Interesting. All right. Well, here's end of level. This is Tara. She is definitely a original character. Definitely isn't a nod to another PlayStation character that everyone knows that shares multiple letters with Tara. Definitely not.
Nah, nothing close. I don't know.
OG, do not steal.
Oh, she did not. Yeah,
Well,
there's
I do
multiple
think
ways to
there-
do that.
There is
in
a
the
game that's
level.
based off Tara there.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Now it's time
there's
to-
multiple ways to do it, and no, you're good. You go, Clock.
Now it's time to ride the
That's
Manta.
small delay.
This is a beautiful, beautiful Manta. We have to shoot down these 8 sharks with Rhinox on them that will try and shoot us back. So you pretty much want to be in front of them or to the side of them as much as possible. As soon as you go behind them, they will start shooting, and they are very accurate.
Oh, they are deadly accurate.
Yeah,
Yeah, we can do some
anytime I'm behind one, I just start sweating. It's also more chill in
Alright.
149 because you don't need to get all of these gems. In 117, we actually like to get all the gems with the Manta Ray because it's a lot easier, but we don't get the Sparks Finder ability. And there we go. There is Desert Ruins done.
All right, so I spoiler in the lizard lady fight to one of our last little companions that we haven't yet to see yet. Little Monkey Man, my favorite character, Little Agent
You know.
9. I'm gonna let him talk for. I've got the time, you know. I'm still on pace.
Yeah, we'll let him. We'll let him just talk a
I'll
little
let him
bit.
talk a little bit.
We even know how much you would have to pay money backs to get him because I
What was
only
that?
giving casually.
I think it's 1,000 gems for Monkey.
It is I believe it is 1,300. It is not feasible
It's
for
enough.
us between. Yeah, definitely
Yeah, I
not a
think-
feasible payment.
I knew it
Uh,
started with 1 and ended with a 0. And it was 4 digits
Yeah,
long.
close enough, right?
Yeah, close enough. So this level's pretty
So-
chill. This level's a lot of fun on PC actually, because you get to use keyboard and mouse, and it just turns into a first-person shooter. Or sorry, a third-person shooter. Pretty much clear the lab of Rhinox and Burbs. Pretty chill.
Yeah, they're pretty chill, quick little egg, 3 eggs. But Agent 9 doesn't take too much skill to get used to, and honestly, this is just one of those levels where it's like when you do it fast and actually everything goes in your way, the level's beautiful. But when you'll see coming up soon, there's 2 spots here that when they don't want to be nice, they will not be nice.
Thankfully, the start of this
Alright,
level is pretty nice though.
Yeah, but now we get to the parts we're getting to. Alright, I thought I shot him. Unlucky.
Birds in here. There's only 6 birds. There's definitely not going to be any more. Just 6 birds.
Yeah,
Definitely
that's it.
foreshadowing the next challenge.
Am I missing one?
Where is he?
Oh, he
In
was
the
still
back.
in there. Okay.
Here we
I
go.
was
Alright.
confused. I'm like waiting for the cutscene.
Oh no! Just like I
Oh
thought,
no, 12 more.
we have more birds to get.
So what I do here, I actually I just use these 4, and just let the flying ones perch. It's just kind of easier and more consistent.
I like that. I just wildly swing around with my mouse and, and shoot.
All right, there's Mr. Flying somewhere. There he is. He was stuck on the pot. That's a very common thing.
Nothing wrong with that game at all.
No, this is a perfectly built game. We totally didn't have textures missing. Bird caught and yeah, nothing wrong. And this is the other area I was kind of hinting to. These Rhinox, they kind of decide what they want to do. So you kind of have to pre-fire a lot to just and hope they just run into your shots.
Yeah. Also, fun little trivia here. In OG, when you get this egg, there's a massive chance that it can say you already have this egg when it's the first time you've gotten it.
Yep.
It is very funny to see in 117. Oh, this last one is... Oh. This last one's been...
there he goes.
Oh, there we go. Got him. Nice. Yeah, the considering they're laser bullets and they should be traveling at the speed of light, they travel pretty slow.
Yeah, pretty slow for what they should be.
Yeah.
Ooh, actually got that one. So I'm gonna grab me a quick HP if.
Beautiful. Unfortunately, because this isn't 117, we don't get to see the fun back to front strat. We get to jump back to the start of the level from here.
Yep. We don't get to do moon jumps.
It's a bit of a shame.
But now we
really.
get to start our revisits.
Mhm.
So first we're gonna quickly go stop in multiplayer 2. So remember when we were here, guys? This was like 10 minutes into the run, roughly.
Wow,
Yeah. Good memories.
Yeah, I
back
totally
then.
remember that.
yeah.
Yeah,
We
the
don't
run
have
was
to do
simple.
that.
I
We
wasn't
don't need to do
behind.
gems.
Yeah, I remember when it was at that time I wasn't even behind schedule, or I wasn't even behind on pace. Like, ah,
Remember when Hoagie had to two-cycle Moira?
oh yeah. Let's not.
There we go.
All right, I'm not gonna be as fancy as him to get this red one.
I mean, you can still
So
one-cycle him.
I just like to
Yeah,
bonk him on the
there is-
head.
There is a little bit of a chance that when you get the first thief, the NPC will be turned around and he doesn't want to talk to you. Sometimes he's just a little bit antisocial. She's gonna give him a little bit of space. Now we have a pretty chill mini game. Just get the tiki heads. There's just 5 heads that we need to get, and there's also a hidden egg somewhere in this level. There's a nice little breakable wall that you can shoot down.
Wait, where? I don't see no breakable wall. What you talking about?
Breakable wall. Oh, shame. Maybe you should shoot that like glowing crack. See what happens.
Yeah. Our lovely lady Luna.
Love Luna.
Okay, that's mean.
Oh, nice. Beautiful.
That was mean. It's not a big deal.
That's fine. We're just gonna be having fried
This
bird.
room, I do not. No, it's fried penguin. Get it right. The flightless bird that has learned
Is
to
he
fly.
saved Sergeant Bird?
No, no.
And penguins are birds. But there's Ryan. Shout out to Hammerhead Labs. Great runner. Great cool. Great guy.
All right, so you're gonna see. I'm going to Seashell Shores, but I'm not. As you remember, we actually did all the eggs. Seashell's down, but it's, yeah.
Seashells by Seashell Shore.
I love it.
So,
So we're
th-
getting to our last little playable character, our lovely Sparks.
Oh, is this
Our own, our own dragon. What is it?
is this a hero's tale?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why we have on my as a title that I'm playing SRT 3. I was playing Hero Tales.
Yes,
Do
welcome
you want
to
to
this.
explain our beginning of this for me?
Yeah, sure. Sparks is a pretty chill character. It's pretty much just pretty much like think of it like a twin stick shooter. Pretty much not really much here. There's just like a single boss. There's a handful of gems. You can pick up these nice little power-ups that can give you either the spray, which is this one, which we want in every level. There's also missiles. There's torpedoes. There's like a spray rocket thing. Thankfully, because this is 149 egg and there's only 1 egg in each of these levels, we're pretty much just going to race right through these levels. Unfortunately, this is an OG, so we don't have the skips to be able to get through. But this would be pretty chill. Most of these levels are just there's a locked door, find a way to open it, either kill all the enemies or find a key, and then rinse and repeat for a little bit. Fun little trivia thing about this. These gems are actually like really big. If you can get Spyro into here with like a console code, Sparks is about the same size as Spyro, so these gems are massive.
I didn't even know that. That's actually really weird.
It's actually really cool to fly around as Spyro. But there's 4 of these levels. There's 1 in each homeworld. You unlock these by defeating the boss. Once you beat the boss, you can come back. In 117, we like to come back because you get some useful abilities. After doing this first one here, we will get an extended Sparks range, so Sparks will be able to pick up from further away. After the second one, we get nothing because in OG it gives you the Sparks Finder ability, where you can press your left stick in and Sparks will point to the nearest gems. But we already have that in SRT, so it gives you nothing. The third one gives you an extra hit point, and the last one gives us buff Sparks, which we'll see a little bit of, but we won't see very much of. So that's the first
Yeah,
one
so-
done. And we're back in Bamboo Terrace. We got 2 little mini games.
Yeah, so as you notice, I guidebooked out of the Sparse level, so I actually did not pick up that upgrade. There's just no need for in 149. There's just no need for upgrade. Also, I'm just gonna do a quick 360 all 3 hit. I promise.
I love that. It's
There's absolutely no reason to do it. I just
no,
do it.
it's not saved high.
It's just for the swag.
It
You
looks
gotta
good,
get it for
though.
the swag.
That's a beautiful swag shot right there. Yeah, this is literally just an auto scroll. You just shoot the Rhinox as they come. It's pretty chill. You just get to hang out on a boat.
And
Get to hang
I
on.
would make it fun and just shoot one of them, but I'm trying to save some time. Much. Look at him. Look at him. I can just shoot him right here.
All about this
Right
swag
there.
shot. Shoot him! Shoot him!
Alright.
Shoot him! Yeah, now we're onto the second lap. Once you go around once and you've defeated all the guys at the homes, some of the people in the homes want to hang out with their friends. So the Rhinox come and say, "No, we're going to smack you off the bridge." In OG, you actually can hit all of these guys early, but in SRT they're not loaded in, so you unfortunately can't do that. That would save like a good 20 seconds or so.
And it's just our boy Rusty. We
know-
Radiator Springs Rusty, you know.
I got that.
I literally just showed my age with that one.
And now we're gonna head out to a nice little Bentley. This is like again sort of like an auto scroll if you do it well. It's pretty much just walk around in a circle a few times and climb up this little hill. There's not really much to do in here. It's just like
Yeah, this one is one of the slower eggs to just do. But
yeah.
one cool thing, I say cool thing, but this is a really bad thing about this level. Anytime you have to do a 1v1 against one of these Rhinox, they can almost reach you before you can actually reach them. So you have to swing really early. I don't know what happened in development, but
These guys have a much bigger range than you do. It's very painful. It's not fun. It's very normal to lose a lot of sparks here, so you kind of also want to come in on a lot of sparks.
and I got 3 rocks. Good. No TNTs for me today.
Beautiful. Yeah, these guys can either roll down a TNT or roll down a rock. If they roll down the rock, you have to hit it. If they roll down a TNT, you have to deflect it back with your little swing.
So yes,
did
I
all that
went.
just with an egg.
Yeah, all that for one. Also, so I guidebooked to the country speedway there. It is a little bit faster because we're gonna be going to the next Sparks level that actually gives us no upgrade, like Clock said.
Yeah, good old Spider Town.
Now
So,
I've been able to, or you go Ham. I
Oh,
wanna
I
focus
was
on this
just
one.
about to ask, what's your favorite of the Sparks levels?
Ooh,
That's a good question.
I think I'm a Star Reef person. I believe, if I'm being honest.
I think my favorite's this one. I really like this one. Starfish Reef
This-
sucks. Bugbot Factory has the worst boss because it's just impossible to hit. Spider Town's cool. The first one's cool, but like it's really quick.
I'm actually a big fan of Bugbot Factory. Not gonna lie.
I think if Bugbot had a different boss, you didn't get the key. Time to go back. There we go.
Well, that's unfortunate because I was gonna show off shield strats here.
Oh well,
Ah.
no strats for you. Only key.
No strats for me today.
All right.
All right, so we're just gonna take a little bit slower.
Well, so one thing I didn't
'Cause
know,
I can actually hold that shield for a while.
Yeah, that shield lasts for quite a bit. You can use it to just damage through a bunch of stuff. One thing that I did talk earlier about is one of the reasons why on PC we like to go up to 50 FPS for these levels is Sparks can shoot his special abilities really fast. So if you get these, what I like to call the pack dots, you can just mash spacebar and you can get through like the things that spawn the enemies, and you can get through the bosses like real quick. Unfortunately, console doesn't really get to do that. Console just kind of has to like pray that they can just shoot fast enough, just normally.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to take this side area a little bit safer, but I want the HP.
Yeah, it's safe to slow down.
Unfortunately, I really want that. Yeah. So what it is we don't want to lose this this power up. If I lose it, then we're gonna have a lot of problems. Also, I shouldn't have killed him, but we're good.
It's fine.
And then I can just damage through him, and there's a reason. So you'll see how quick we can do this boss. Oh, I didn't get a 2-cycle.
That's not too bad on for. Okay, you know what? That's pretty good.
Yeah,
Also
you can
can
2-cycle him
pretty
very
fast.
quickly. I did not like my lights just flashed in my room. That scared me for a half second
Oh
there.
no.
Goodness.
All right, so welcome to Fireworks Factory once again.
And now we get the fun. We're gonna do dragons first. Everyone loves the dragons.
Oh, twin dragons! Oh my
I mean,
god!
I mean, we're playing as a dragon. I mean, of course we love dragons.
Well,
Alright, first off,
we
though,
don't
I'm
like
gonna-
these dragons. So welcome to Twin Dragons, where there's two dragons flying around. We have to shoot them, and they like to shoot us back. They're also very hard to hit half the time, and if you don't hit them for a while, they also start to regenerate. It's not fun. Not really much else to say. There is a way you can actually break this. Is if you talk to Handle, the NPC in here, after starting it. The game doesn't realize that you've already like started damaging them, and you have to like come back. That's definitely not happened to me in a 117 run before, and definitely didn't kill the runner or anything.
No, I can one up you. On my 117 run that I've done, I got knocked out of the air, forgetting I did not talk to him, and I was on the last hit of the last dragon. So it doesn't register because now the game's checking that both dragons are alive.
Yeah. All right, we'll hit with this one. Did you know that that's what would happen if you talk to him after starting it?
No, that was my first time figuring out that happens.
Mine, I came in here and I did this. I started doing the dragons and then got hit by one of them. Got knocked right in front of Handle. Talked to Handle. Finished killing the dragons. Didn't
no.
think that I didn't get the egg. And just kind of collected all of the gems. Left here. Did the next couple of eggs, which I'm not going to spoil. We'll leave them for the fans. Got everything, and then realized that I hadn't got all the gems. So looked at my guidebook, saw I was an egg down, came into here and couldn't redo it. I was so upset.
Yeah, it's such an unfortunate little oversight that they had.
Yeah. Yeah. So you can't. You can talk to Handle like after killing them both. It's once you start dealing damage, you can't talk to Handle. So you either talk to Handle first as a safety option, or you just pray that you don't accidentally talk to him. Because once you talk to him, the game assumes that both of them are at full health, and if both of them are not at full health, you cannot get that egg in any way. But now we're on to the last couple of eggs here, and this is a beautiful, beautiful egg. We get to see the monkey again, except this time in first person. This is a cheeky little reference to Doom. And we've got the skill point base.
Yeah, it's so quicker just to grab the skill point here that gives us a minigun or a little machine gun. Really, not minigun.
Yeah. You also don't need to worry about the ninjas. In 117, you don't need to worry about the ninjas either. You just need to worry about the boxes. So you can generally just run straight through here and just have a bunch of these guys chasing you.
Yeah,
It's
it's
a
good.
shame
You
we
don't
can't-
get hit.
It's a shame that we can't do the glitch in OG where you can play this area as Spyro.
Or if anything, you do how OG can do it and do what I like to call Wiggle Monkey. I don't know the actual name of the strat, but you would spam your bumpers like this, and you would get immense amounts of speed.
Yeah.
I wish we could do it, but sadly we can't.
Yeah. So you pretty much run through this area, get an egg, and then Handle gets tied up to a bomb by one of the Rhinox. You're about to see how we handle that. It's an interesting way to handle up a child tied up to an explosive device, but hey, if it works, it works.
Yeah, I mean, if it works, he's safe, right?
Yeah, sure. You just run up to it and shoot it and blow it up.
It just works like that. But with that, the level I was super worried about, Fireworks 2, I'm happy that is over with.
Nice.
And now we actually get to do the cat hockey.
Oh, I love cat hockey. This is one of my favorite mini games. You get to freeze these cute cats. Great.
As they're still running, even though they're frozen, you know.
Also, fun fact: the reason why you have to do cat hockey is because the NPC was supposed to do it, but Moneybags paid him to pretend that he broke his flipper. So then,
Is that actual lore behind it?
that's actually what happens when you unlock cat hockey.
I love it.
When you unlock cat hockey, Moneybags alludes to the fact that he's rigged the game. He's like, let's hope nothing bad happens. And you go, and the guy's like, oh, sorry, I broke my flipper.
Alright, so if you're fast, you can 5-0 this man, but yeah, I'm not fast.
He's not fast. It's just really slow. And there's Bar, one of my favorite eggs.
But
That was
there's
a good
convenience. Yeah, there's a convenience here. So when we do Frozen Altars as the last or second to last level of Evening Lake in this cleanup, is because it's conveniently right next to the Sparks level. And if I could just get up here nice and quick. Oh, SRT. All right, so Starfish Reef. So the best way to explain this level is this is a bunch of different gauntlets of enemies that you need to kill to progress.
Yeah, the
And
game
for
is
as good as I've learned.
It just goes kill stuff. Whereas the last
Yeah,
couple,
and so what I've come to figure out.
the last couple of
No,
the last couple of Sparks levels pretty much focused on getting keys. This one will be you have to just clear the room. There is also a new type of Spark power up that you can get in here, which becomes useful for like one room, and that's about it. And that's the mines.
right, good. Yeah, so the next that new power he's talking about, I'll be using whenever I see it next. It's just convenient to still use the our multi-shot.
Yeah.
Also, so these I would say like these these are like alligator gars. If I had to really think about it, they are some of the worst enemies. I'm not gonna lie. They are deadly accurate. Oh. Didn't work in my favor a little bit, but that's fine. Grab the HP, and that's literally the only room I use it in.
Yeah. Also, I don't know why you call
But
them
what's cool is
alligators.
that same. Oh, they actually are eels.
Yeah, the eels. I don't know how you got the idea of an alligator.
Alligator gar is a different kind of fish, okay? Not a straight alligator.
Not even fish.
No fish. Okay, fine.
Not even fish.
Fish, this isn't Jack 1.
No, they're all 1 pound fishies.
Alright. Alright, see. This is the
Yes.
worst little area.
Pretty chill gauntlet to the end here. There's not really much else to do. The boss is coming up very shortly though.
Yeah, and if I'm good, I can get a quicker
Now.
kill.
So this boss does split
Right.
up into two. Bit of a prep for the last one as well, which is pretty cool.
And so I'm gonna do a slightly different thing. So, like you said, I've been guidebooking out of each Sparks level. This one I'm actually exiting because I want the extra hit. It just for safety.
It's very useful to get that extra hit.
Especially with the level we're coming up to.
When I stop,
That's not the right menu. That's the right menu. We're going to crystals.
Yeah, for the final hub, it's a little bit of a. There's a couple of levels that are a little bit raid bossy.
Yeah, we start getting to the enemies that are like, well, we're gonna punish you for being bad.
Yep. Yeah, I think Insomniac went like all out when they did the original Spyro 3 on Midnight Mountain.
Because
It
you
made
can actually see it through each homeworld that like each enemy they progressively get like smarter and more aggressive. It's like whenever you go like the Sunny Villa, all the enemies are scared of you, but by the time you get here now, it's like, oh man, we're not scared of you anymore. All right, so the infamous torch jump.
I love Torch Jump.
Jump.
So this torch that we're trying to get up on here, it's a little bit deceiving. Normally you would try to jump into the middle of something, but you actually want to try and jump into the back right corner of it, because that's where it is. Also, Riddle Master right here.
Oh, he didn't press A too many times.
I've done that way too many times. So you pretty much just want to get up onto the torch on the back right corner, because everywhere else will just slide you off, and you can get, there's a couple of different hovers and wall glides you can use to get up there. There's a lot of really fun ways you can do it.
But what's good, so that's if you're still considering PC. So for console, we can't maintain that. We can't, at least in the corner that PC uses for it. We can't actually keep that wall glide height. So we actually have to do a standing perfect cover to actually do the torch jump for console.
Yeah.
So we're in another gauntlet thing like Starfish Reef, just with our lovely monkey man with a gun.
Yeah, this is pretty chill though.
He's
It's,
just
just make sure you just don't get hit by anything and you're good.
Well, that's why we get the extra HP.
Exactly. And then this last room we'll have a new enemy type we haven't really seen
Mike
before. It's an
Tyson.
enemy that will, it's Mike Tyson, a beautiful boy. He throws little bombs. You need to make sure that they wait until they're not explosive anymore, and you can pick them up and throw them back at them. It's the only way to kill these guys, and it's also, when you're Spyro, the only way to destroy the sarcophagus that the mummies will spawn out of.
Yeah, there's one in particular that's a big gatekeeper.
Yeah.
Perfect. An amazing bodyguard.
That's the one we actually call Mike Tyson.
Yeah, that's the Mike Tyson guy, but we like to call all these guys Mike
These
Tyson.
are the duplicates.
Look, they're all twins, okay?
They're all twins from the same mother. I feel bad for her.
And just like let's see, just like PC 80%, we get to see the beautiful tanks.
Just done not differently. We're gonna do the same. Oh, why did you go out left side?
Oh, he went that way. Interesting. They're getting smarter.
This would be the same strategy. Yeah, they're getting smarter at me now. No, they saw Hodge come in here and they're like, all right, we gotta change it up.
Yeah.
They
Also,
went
fun
back
fact,
to the drawing board.
you get MJ and TJ by doing tanks and tanks too. So one thing about tanks 2 is a lot of these, 3 of these guys are going to be hiding behind these pots. You can actually pre-fire like you saw in the first one. And you can move out to the side because until you get close to them, they try to sort of stay behind you. So you can see here, Brando's trying to, try to bait him out a little bit, trying to shoot to the side of the pot and then make the enemy go into it. Obviously, get to 8 out of 10. There we go, just like that. And then there's one over here that you can also do.
I missed this one. This one's finicky though. Whenever you try to do them the earliest, you can.
Yeah, the first
He's
one,
just not being
I like
nice.
to count out 5 shots, and then as soon as I shoot the 5th one, just straight away start moving to the side. Generally, you get him pretty easily. And there we go, this TJ.
Yeah,
So
their
it's
hitboxes are pretty
in order that
deceiving.
you take in this level. You skip straight to the end. You do the last couple of eggs at the end of the level, then come here to the slide because there aren't any eggs between this falling rock room and the beginning. In fact, the last egg in this level is right here. There's Mike Tyson right there. Thankfully, we didn't get Mike Tysoned by him, which is awesome. And we're done with Hoarded Tomb. That was a clean Hoarded Tomb.
Pretty clean. I slower than my PB, but I'll still take that all day, every day.
That is fine. We didn't die. We didn't get janked. Everything was good. We're fine.
We
Exactly.
didn't get hit by a falling rock accidentally.
Yeah. That would have sucked.
Yeah, I've actually been hit by one of those jank rocks and have died by it smacking me into blue abyss.
I run 117, so I've been hit by them so many times. They're not fun. Here's Dan, great egg, and we're done with the game. We don't want to play it anymore.
I'm done. 2 hours, 10 minutes.
On console, you quick game continue. On PC, we actually can do a little wall glide around the building to skip going through this little area here. I don't mind.
You actually, it is possible on console.
This is really hard.
I am still learning it. It's just as hard as on PC.
Ah, okay. Interesting. But one thing to note is these dinosaurs are pretty much aimbots. If these green dinosaurs, if they are holding their gun in their hands, expect to get hit. Because they will absolutely lock right onto you. There's also the Gatling guns that shoot out sausages from around their crotch for some stupid reason. That first one there in these first two in these two here can actually really ruin your day. Here's Sheriff Wyatt, favorite, jumping. So here's the second tunnel of the game. Just like the first one, when you're in this area, the in-game time doesn't run. So this is a very good egg to get for any percent. And this is the reason why we developed a load remover for this game.
Yep. You know, but it's so sad, guys. We're getting closer and closer to the end. We have 3 levels left.
Yeah, this has been
Oh,
just
what a shame.
2 hours. 2 hours just go by. Y'all want to do another? I think I can do another.
We'll do another one. It's fine. We're an hour behind schedule. We'll do another one. It's good.
Yeah, let's put us 3 hours behind. I think I will never be invited back if I did that.
Just forcibly cut. He's getting mercy kills straight away.
So, our sad time, our last side area.
That last monkey as well. And it's the
Last
best
monkey.
monkey. This is another reference to Time Crisis.
Yeah, we all like our rail. If you ever played any rail shooters, this is kind of what that is. It's you got to kill each enemy in each section to progress.
Are we getting the red dino?
And again, oh yeah, I always get the red
The
dino.
red dino. There's a skill
We
point
always
you get. There will be a red dinosaur coming up very shortly. We'll point it out when it comes. There is a very special dinosaur you can grab in, get a skill point. You only have a limited amount of time to get him before he walks right off the screen and he's behind like 3 other enemies.
So I am pre-firing a little bit because when you play the game enough, you kind of understand where each spawn is gonna happen.
Yeah, there's only like a couple of different places that they'll pop out of, and it pops out. They have the same patterns every time you do this. There's no RNG with this.
His buddy took the shot for him.
Here comes the red dino.
Oh, I got it. Boom.
Hey, there's the red dino.
So like right here, we know I know for sure 3 are gonna spawn right here to start off this whole section.
And then you move on to the right. One spawns up on the roof after a couple on the ground, and then left. You also have enough time where, like, as long as you're ready for one to pop out, you can kind of just like get them as they pop out. You don't really need to know where they are, but you can speed it up just a tiny bit to know where they are. And this is the last little area at the back of it. Beautiful. And they got hit once.
Yep, that's very good.
Yeah, and then
I'll
there's
always
one
think that.
leg that's hiding in the back. It's hiding in.
Yeah, I know a lot of people have searched and searched for this egg and didn't realize. There we go. Ooh,
Beautiful.
that was almost a goal split.
Awesome.
Nice.
All right, so don't worry, I'm only 5 minutes behind my personal best.
And we'll be 5 minutes ahead of estimates.
Yep. That's why I gave myself the extra leeway.
True.
Also, we can't forget our lovely buddy.
Yeah, buddy. He's my best buddy.
All right, so
We've
2
only
more
got a few
levels.
left in the run.
Yeah, it's right there. You know what? Let's just start just running 117.
We'll just start
think-
picking up gems.
We've got enough time. Why not?
Yeah. So
I
this
got
is,
enough time on estimate.
We can give a very brief demonstration on what Buff Sparks looks like. So this is the
Bugbot. I'm gonna be taking a lot of safer just strats. There's not really much strats to say, but I'm gonna be taking everything a little bit safer, just to make sure I don't waste any time.
It's a little bit of a raid boss sort of area here. There is a lot of things that can very easily go wrong, especially with those blue guys. Those big blue guys that spit out the little red ladybugs. They take a lot of hits to kill. And these green guys, they move
Yeah, they
around
take
and
more
they
hits than me. All right, so shield strats. If I'm good, I can get the. We will use every single second of this.
Nice. Hopefully we can. So this is the last of the Sparks levels. This is the one that gives you the buff Sparks. Buff Sparks will be able to actually... it's more useful in 117 than 149 egg, because in 149 egg you don't need gems after Bentley. So...
We did it.
Beautiful. Oh, nice. Very nice shield stretch right there. So after we defeat this boss, we'll actually be able to break pots. Unfortunately, it's just not going to be very useful for us.
No, because we're at the end. So the next level we actually do, I'll be honest. I think there's 1, maybe 2 crates that we can break.
Yeah, there are a couple of pots right next to you that Sparks will break as soon as you get the ability.
I mean, I can just not talk to Bianca and we just don't let Sparks get buffed.
Bianca? Bianca, you mean Zoe?
Oh, that's Zoe. Why do I think Bianca? You know what? I just want to go talk to Bianca. I like Bianca. No one likes her. I like her.
So here's the final Sparks boss. This boss sucks because it splits into 2 and it shoots stuff out of the side and it fires back a lot and it's not afraid to hit you. That was just really well done. God damn. And there's Annabelle.
Console runners aren't as bad as y'all think.
Console players suck.
But last but not least, it's our final Speedway.
The final X.
Yep, our final 3 eggs. Yeah, a little low screen.
Right there. We
Aha! I didn't talk to her.
go. Oh, you didn't get
Buff
the
Sparks is no
Fine.
spark, no buff.
Well, at least with 149 egg, we get to finish it out with the best speedway, and not only is it the best speedway, it's some of the best music. If anyone in chat has any like jam dance emotes, feel free to just blow up the chat a little bit, because this song slaps.
Yeah, this is one of my favorites of the whole series.
Yeah. And it's also just a 6 speedway. It's just a really fun speedway to do.
I've been pricing it a little bit more, trying to just do IL, and it's been very fun.
So something I stumbled across a couple of months ago. I don't know how I did it, but I was doing this in a run once, and Spyro teleported like halfway across the speedway, just out of nowhere.
That you can chalk up to an SRT moment, because we have a perfect game.
Absolutely an SRT moment right there.
I didn't get the first one. Oh well. You can get that one if you're fast.
Yeah.
But still,
SRT is a perfect
17.5,
game.
That's good.
It is a perfect game. There's no glitches. There's no bugs. Nothing. It's perfect.
No?
There's nothing wrong.
Nothing. But guys, time's coming up soon almost. But we still gotta do a race.
We have a couple of challenges left to go.
2 more challenges left.
Everyone's favorite crazy person. This is a pretty chill challenge. You just have to know its route. You chase down this UFO. If you take like tight corners, you can catch up to it and be like right on it. So if you ever get like panicky, just like take wide turns and you'll sort of distance yourself away from it. But it's a pretty simple route to learn. You just have to go through the rings. Where do these flying sheep saucers come from?
Sheep saucers. But this is the end of the whole lore. This is the final boss of Hunter.
Here it's gonna try and bait you. There you go. There's that cursed ring that no one likes. You can very easily miss it, or sometimes get it when you think you've missed it.
Yeah, like Clock said, if you can be on top of him like this, there's no difference.
Yeah, it takes this. This is literally just a pre-programmed route. So once you learn the route, it's pretty chill. But like learning it sucks.
Yeah.
And there's the second last. One more egg. Wait, sorry, no. Yeah, one more egg.
Yeah, now it's one more. And so for 149 egg, so our timing ends as soon as that 8 changes to a 9 on our screen.
Mm-hmm.
So we still got just about a 2.5 minute race right here. But any last remarks, guys? It's been amazing. I'm still happy about this run.
It's been a chill run. Go ahead.
I was just about to say, yeah, it's been an amazing, just relaxing run. Like, you don't see those all too often.
Yeah, I mean, it's 3 in the morning. It's 3 in the morning for me. So it's just like, it's late, but just chillaxed, you know?
Yeah, it's 6 p.m. here, so I'm about to have dinner, so it's gonna be good time to be ending. But no, this has been a really fun run. It's been fun commentating. Thanks for having me on the couch during this time, and the chat's been loving the run. Been a very fun run. We've seen every level of the game and everything except for good old SBR.
Super bonus round. Yep, SBR. You never know. Next Spyrothon, I might submit for 117. Let's go to the next step up, you know?
I might chuck in the 117 as well, you know? I've got that
117 race? Hint.
And hint, you know? come to PC, we'll race.
Are we getting
I'll take you down.
Are we getting some Spyrothon 9 spoilers right now?
Yeah, I mean,
Never know.
You spoiled like half the game, so we've got to spoil back, I guess.
You know what? You know what? That's deserved, I guess. That's deserved.
I don't know, Ham. You wanna race 117 at Spyrothon 9?
We'll see. We'll see.
But again, I want to thank all of y'all. Thanks Spyrothon for allowing me to do the 149 egg race. I've been so excited. I again, I'd say I'm just about to make a year of speedrunning this game in particular. I it's a good moment for me. I wish it would have been Spyrothon would have happened on that anniversary, which would have been amazing to have happen. But as I heard, I think Phoenix has joined us. Hopefully you've had a good nap.
I did for
And
about an hour.
timing is here. Yeah. And timing is right. 3, 2, 1, time.
Hey, GG, let's go.
GG.
Yeah, I want to thank everyone. Like I did shout outs earlier with Sir Boreas, Surf, Tosa Cat, Dr. House. Thank y'all so much for inviting me into the community and helping me out. My one big special shout out I want to give is to Narwhal, our world record holder for console for NBS for Spiral 1. A 143, actually not a bad run. That is still, I believe, third or fourth place on the leaderboards.
Yeah, that's pretty solid.
That's awesome.
But that's all I have. Again, thank y'all for coming, helping me out with commentary. There were a lot of times where I didn't know what to say.
It's fine. What commentary is for, you know?
We've got your back.
That was a really well-rounded group, it seems like. Definitely played off each other really well. Sure, it was a great run. I will definitely be watching it later. I think everyone else is asleep right now, so I'm going to handle transitioning out of this. Do you guys have anything else to say? Do you want to mention, or any more shout-outs? Or...
No, I think we got that
No,
out during the race.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got everything covered on my end.